You might not believe me, but Azumarill EX is playable. Mr. Leon, yeah, you got to go to the bathroom and then go to the biggest stall, and then you find a hustler kid there, and he's got all the answers to the tests. Foot aficionado, appreciator. We don't use the F word here. We use aficionado or appreciator. But hey, I remember how I ended the Dunsparce stream at like 1380 something. Look at my ranking now. We're at 1416. So there you go. Energized Balloon. So the reason this deck works, unfortunately, is not because of Azumarill. It's because of this guy. This is the reason why the deck works, is that you have a backup attacker who's really, really, really strong. And that's about it. And Never Gonna Let Me Down, thank you for the gifted sub to Lonely Island. Let's get freaky, damn straight. So I have a bunch of different lists. The Terapagos one I think is the best. I listened to chat and I built a Spidops. Never Gonna Let Me Down definitely had a good weekend selling Pokemon cards to gullible idiots on eBay because they're gifting subs. So yeah, we have a Spidops build. I have, energy sticker. So it's, yes, I have an energy sticker build. Don't judge me. I mean, judge me. But yeah, do it. Do it hard. And Mr. Leon, because you're a smart person. And a third gifted sub I Never Gonna Let Me Down to Jagbomb. Hopefully you're not jagging off right now. I'm sorry. So yeah, we got Smoochum in the list. I don't know why I have 2 Smoochum in the Xatu list. It doesn't matter, okay? Nothing in this life matters. I have a Kamala build. Yeah, you heard that right. Trust Your Pilot has a Kamala build. And then I also have a version with Revavroom. The problem is that you need to have a third normal type Pokemon, colorless type Pokemon, and PMC full damn straight. You need to have a colorless. So I was thinking, who can knock out Badoo? And no, true. Kamala Harris might finally gonna do something. So this can knock out a Badoo for 1 energy and draw you cards. This can knock out a Badoo for 1 energy and deal 140. This can get all of your Pokemon out of your deck, and then you just hope they don't play Ino. This guy's either draws cards or knocks out Badoo. This one accelerates energy and knocks out Badoo. This is only good, obviously, later on in the game. This one, it's a TM evolution. It's half of a TM evolution, and it can also knock out Badoo and put people to sleep. And then this guy just helps with Revavroom, draws, and then, of course, we got the Smeargle that never actually works for me. But we're just going to start with the good old Azumarill Terapagos that I went on a 3-game win streak. And we're going to keep going. An FM boss? Well, are you watching the VODs channel? Because that's where I put the bad stuff. If it was an NBC comedy, the VODs channel would be called The Bad Place. And Clown Burglar? No, the plan is to use the baby baby Azumarill. We want to go second. We want to use the baby Azumarill. And Incineroaring, probably not. We want to use the baby Azumarill and then knock out something big with the bigger one. That's the strat. Oh, this has been how some of the games have been going. Damn straight, Lonely Island. So this is, this is kind of how it's been in some of the test games that I've been playing. But fun fact, this thing, I could just win. If I flip heads for 60 turns in a row, we win. Never mind. Wait, is it effects of it? It's also effects of attacks. And FM boss, you're my favorite. Well, actually, they can poison me to death, so that's bad. And would you look at their start? They went first. Look at my start compared to their start. I think they're doing slightly better than me. I'm not sure though. Oh my God. Oh, yeah, just it's totally fine. Totally fine, No, that's the good Brute Bonnet. This is the fun fact. This is the better Brute Bonnet now. Ever since Toxtricity came out, this is the good Brute Bonnet. Remember, because I was the first one to feature this in a video. Azul copied me. Azul gets all of his good ideas from me. And Ample Sample, I am not wearing pants. We are having a very it's basically spring where I am now. So no, I am not wearing pants. Look at the turn 1 my opponent had, and look at the turn 1 I'm about to have. I'm literally about to have to suck my own butt here, basically. And then we just gotta hit him with a hide. We gotta flip hide heads like 3 times in a row. Well, there's one. Hey, we just gotta do it like 50 times in a row and then hope they don't realize they can poison me. But if we hide 60 times, we'll eventually be able to play the game. And if you're wondering where I got these sleeves from, as soon as you log in. So if you log into PDCGL before the 27th, then you get these sleeves for free. You also get avatar cosmetics, so like the shirt. I couldn't find the hat because you can't favorite anything. So it's a little annoying that you still 4 years later. Remember, PDCGL turns 4 years old on the 22nd. So we are less than two weeks away from PDCGL turning 4 years old. You still can't favorite deck cosmetics or cards or anything. And I was looking through the filters for cards. And exactly. I was looking through the filters for cards, and they still have like weakness and resistance. Who searches by weakness and resistance? No one searches by weakness and resistance. Literally not a single person in history has searched by weakness or resistance. It has never happened. Oh, we're still going. Like, who is like, oh yeah, I gotta make sure that my deck resists fighting. They have weakness and resistance as filter options, but they don't have attack cost or retreat cost. After 4 years. Like, are you kidding me? 4 years later, we can't search by retreat cost or attack cost when there's literally cards that depend on, you know, what the retreat cost of a card is. Like, there's the Thumpalanche Onyx who needs to have 4 retreat cost Pokemon. And it's so pathetic. I mean, yeah, like, it could, but like, retreat cost would be way more popular than weakness and resistance. Yeah, exactly. It's a well-made game. And for wet lights, I thought your toes get wet. So they clearly haven't realized that they just need to poison me. I told you, as long as they don't realize they can't poison me. And, well, yeah, don't forget the metal is the worst type to hit a weakness for. Ooh, we got a backup Marill. That's useless. Well, we can actually attack this turn, believe it or not, and we're weak to metal. So wait, do I take the knockout here? Wait, do I? No, I don't. I don't even come close to taking a knockout because this card is bad. But I can... Yeah, I guess we just go experience share. And then, like, I can't really do... I can do 180, which isn't very much. So I guess we just go for Energized Balloon, because if they take the knockout, at least the Marill will have an energy on it, and they're taking a little bit of damage. They don't have a Monkey Dory. Boss the Shroom, but we only get 1 prize, and it opens up a bench spot for a Monkey Dory. So it's actually a bad idea to take a knockout in the situation unless it's a 3-prizer. And PDCGL Dev, of course you're here when I've had an unplayable hand for 5 turns. And Jag Bomb, there you go. And there's Lily. So remember, they're doing 310. So we're not worrying about that. They're taking a knockout. They haven't realized they can poison. There's Risky Ruins. We can still win this game, which is a crazy thing to say. But PDCGO had attack cost and retreat cost filters. That's the thing, is that PDCGO had those filters in them. All right, I think we still have like 8 or 9 supporters that can get us out of this. I also haven't seen a single, you know, Pokemon search card, which is another funny thing that's happening. Oh, cool. Thank you, PDCGL, for giving me more cards that I don't need. Yes, you are correct. But we've been flipping heads on hide the entire game, which is hilarious. If I win this game, that'll be amazing. Because it is literally possible for me to win this game, even with all of this horribleness going on. This is the best coin flip luck I've ever had. And it's inexplicable. It's a YouTube game if I win this? Well, no, you can't ruin it. I have to leave the YouTube audience in suspense if this makes it. Yeah, probably all of my supporters are prized. I do like how each individual prize card is individually like coded in and artifacted in. They still haven't realized they just need to poison spray. That is it. Hunter? No, this is... Yeah, there we go. They figured it out. They figured it out. This is not my first game of the day. And Simon, true. True. Simon, you're my... wait, what's the... Love Simon? Something like that? Oh, yeah, it's also effects of attacks. I forgot about that. Yeah, it's effects of attacks. I remember that. Yeah, it's damage and effects of attacks. And we got the baby Azumarill. Unfortunately, that's not the thing. But when I was playing offline, oh my god, I also had really bad hands. Well, I have to get the really bad decks out of the way first. Do you want me to play all... Like, these are the good decks that I'm playing online. You know, when I'm streaming, I'm playing only the good versions. So have I flipped 5 heads now? Yeah, always bad hands, never bad feet. When's Perfect Order? You should know, you're the developer of the game. Perfect Order is the same day. Oh, I haven't updated this, have I? Perfect Order is the same day as rotation. It's the last Thursday of March. This is getting a little ridiculous. Okay, can we do it again? Can we continue doing it? Oh, we finally lost. Well, I'm gonna show you the deck list after this one, just so you can know, just so you know that I did put, you know, cards in this deck. Just so you know, I put Pokemon cards and search cards and stuff. Okay. Why? Why aren't they just attacking? Why aren't they just Petulant and attack? Yeah, this is not supposed to be a coin flip deck. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can deny them. If they take too long to... Yeah, if they took too long to get their prize. Yeah, if they take too long to get their prize, then I'm gonna concede. So to prove to you that I have cards in this deck, there's a Squawkabilly, there's a Pheasantipity, there's a Cleffa, there's 2 Poffin, there's 2 Nestball, there's 2 Ultra Ball, there's 2 Research, there's 2 Ino, there's 4 Lilies, and there's 1 Morty's Conviction. Notice how I got none of those. And Clamburglar, remind me to pin that when the prediction is done. So make sure you get your predictions in, because you could win a lot of channel points if you guess correctly. 2 people believe that I'm going to win 8+ games. I feel sorry for you. And Lena, what do you mean, what's the Ascended Hero card in this? It's Azumarill. What do you mean, what's the Ascended Hero card in this? We got I think it's the new Marill as well. We have the new Marill and the Azumarill. You wouldn't know by the hands that I'm getting. You and everybody else, if you look at the Limitless page for Azumarill EX, there isn't a single entry for Azumarill EX in Japan. Not a single person in Japan took Azumarill EX. If you look up Azumarill Japan, nice toes, you'll get some really good stuff. But if you look up Azumarill Japan, oh, it's Dragonite. It's Dragonite. Okay, as long as they can't do anything turn 1, we're fine, I think. Probably not. All right, well, let's just attach to the Cleffa. Hey, that Jinx tweet was awesome. Clefairy, it better be in the deck. I can't remember. It should be. Jagbomb, well, Lucario and Dragapult, they're still doing really well, but like any deck that can do a lot of damage for 1 energy is going to do really well right now in post-rotation, and that's Garchomp, that's Lucario, that's Solrock. So just anything that can do a bunch of stuff for very little effort is going to do well, and that's, you know, Mega Diancie, Clefairy, Garchomp, Lucario, Dragapult with Neo Upper, you know, Crispin, puts anything with 2 energy really well. I am heavily tempted right now to research, and honestly, I think I probably should, given how the last game went. Oh my god! Well, I was right. Trust Your Pilot was very right to do this. Well, let's hope that they don't bring up my Marill and win the game. That would be very, very bad. Luckily, we're facing off against Dragonite, so we're not in the worst position, but we're about to lose all of our recovery cards. Good news is we have Clefairy, so I'm not terribly, terribly worried. You know, Clefairy helps us win the game. Dragonite is probably not going to do anything this turn. If all they do is Dragonair my Cleffa, that seems good. And Jagbomb, yeah, Garchomp's really good. Dragonite, I've never said, or sorry, not Dragonite, Garchomp. Garchomp's going to be good post-rotation. Any, fighting decks have access to Premium Power Pro. Garchomp also has access to Rose Raid. Are Cleffa and Clefairy related? Oh, why didn't they take the knockout? Interesting decision. Okay, then we definitely just Morty's here, right? We go Morty's away. The boss is... Wait, hang on. Yeah, we Morty's away the boss is. And get absolutely nothing. Awesome. We Morty's away the bosses and get nothing. So cool. All right. I can't... Actually, I could go for a full power double edge here, which is hilarious. So let's try it. Let's go for the double edge with nothing. Okay, so we'll put... I mean, I guess I put the experience share on the Cleffa and then the air balloon there. So we're going to go for the first ever fully powered double edge. No one has ever done a 4 energy double edge before. Yeah, Tarragon, Barbaracle, just fighting is going to be so good post-rotation. And with Fezandipity and Meowth as the two, main support Pokemon, and they're both weak to fighting is just going to be insane. And Meta Knight Man, don't ruin the moment, Meta Knight Man. So the bad news, is that we're going to have to get rid of all of our recovery cards after this, including the Azumarill. But it's fine. If they try to get cute with Mega Electros, we have an answer to that. We just have to get a ton of energy in play, but as we are going to get rid of all of our Glass Trumpets and all of our Wondrous Patches, that is seeming unlikely. And didn't I Morty's for 4 cards? And Lena, unfortunately, Meowth is going to be everywhere. It was the same with Jirachi uppercase EX. It was the same with Tapu Lele GX. It was the same with Lumineon V, and it's going to be the same with Meowth. You have to play it. It's not a choice. It is not a choice like, wearing socks, because there's only one right choice, so the answer is no. You have to play it, because just think of it this way. An Ultra Ball is a boss's orders. That is the easiest way of thinking about it. An Ultra Ball is a boss's orders when you play Meowth in your deck. And the attack puts itself back into your hand. Why aren't they attaching to the... Okay. Hey, we can play... Hey, we don't have to do the thing. We can just... I think we just smooch them, right? We just smooch them? Yeah, let's smooch them, baby. Give me the old smoochy. Yeah, oh yeah, what's that? Oh yeah, baby, you want the smoochy? Yeah, I'll give you that real hard smoochy. All right, so we have to go Wondrous Patch to the Marill. I'll explain my decision for this very, very soon. We're going to be able to double edge twice. This is an Azumarill EX deck. I promise, this is an Azumarill EX deck. But what they should be doing is they should be attacking with the Dragonair, taking knockouts, so they can get a Lightning Energy in the discard pile so they can use Kilowattrel. Right? Like, I have had an unplayable start. They have a Kilowattrel. There's no reason to be bricking right now. I mean, I can imagine being bricked up. There you go. Yeah, when's the last time you saw a Gardevoir play with 9 Psychic? Yeah, exactly. You've never seen a Gardevoir with 9 Psychic. So the reason I put the energy on the Azumarill and the Marill is because if they do put a Mega Electros in play, that's 60-60. So that's bad. But the funny thing is, if I just get a stupid Azumarill EX, we can knock out anything they put into play. It's literally that simple. Okay. Oh, yep. Okay. Keep playing the game. Keep showing off that, oh, I have playable cards. Oh, I'm Bagel. I got cards that I can play. I got 3 electric in play. Yeah, well, joke's on you. I'm still gonna find a way to win. Unless you have a bosses. But you still can't take a knockout because Dragonair sucks butt. And, like, this is how bad this deck is, right? They want to get a Dragonite in play, right? They want to get a Dragonite in play, but what's the point? Right? Like, they're gonna do 330? Unless they have a bosses on my Azumarill, there's no point. Oh. They just Reuno-glided a Smoochum. Everybody, they just Reuno-glided a Smoochum. This is not a drill. They just Reuno-glided a Smoochum. And FM boss, I think it's just more future-proofing, right? Just to make sure they don't screw up. They just wanted to make sure that the Dragonair didn't get knocked out next turn. All right, more. Okay, we're gonna not evolve into this one, okay? Let's we'll put that there. Because the Dragonair only has 100 hit points. Ooh, we got it. We got it. Okay, so Fez, there's all my supporters, by the way. Great time to show up, guys. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Perfect timing. Oh, we got more. We got more things. We got another Marill. Okay, so we go this guy into play and then experience share the Fez. Then we shall, I guess, get rid of the... Well, we're like out of Glass Trumpet and... Oh no, we have one Glass Trumpet somewhere. But we're about to lose a ton of energy. But I really don't need it because we just need to take 2 knockouts. So we're going to go get the Clefairy. And yeah, we're just going to Grasping Draw and then they lose the game. Because we're doing 440. Yeah. Mega Dragonite's kind of bad. So I could have knocked out a Dragonite fresh. I could have actually knocked out 2 Dragonite. I don't even need the Clefairy. That's the cool thing, is the Clefairy doesn't really matter in this matchup when I can put 10 energy into play and all that. It's just obviously the fact that I had the worst hands imaginable. And YouTube audience, I will keep this in the video because it shows you that A, the PDCGL dev hates me because this is the second game of the day. The first game of the day was the exact same. Check out the VOD. Because I literally used Hide 5 turns in a row, still didn't see anything. I have, I think, 9 or 10 supporters. Oh, sorry, I think I have 6 or 7. Oh, ho, ho, all you kids out there, you're laughing your butts off right now. I think I have like 10 supporters, 6 ways to find Pokemon, and a whole bunch of other things. I had to use Hide 6 or 7 times. You manually attack 6 times, they still had to Reuno-glide a Smoochum? Exactly. But yeah, I hided 6 or 7 times and still never found anything. Couldn't find the Fez, couldn't play with my balls. It was, what are they doing? No, what are you doing? What are you doing, Bagel? You're the worst. No. Don't attack with Miraidon. Miraidon D's nuts. Also, you shouldn't be playing Miraidon in this deck, right? Oh, you also shouldn't be playing Electric Generator. Okay. I mean, also Clavel is not good either. Canary's fine, Power Glass is good. Maximum Belt should be the A-spec with what I learned playing Dragonite for way too long. And because the first game isn't going to be in the YouTube video, I will mention that simply logging into PDCGL before February 27th gets you these. And this is because, it's the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. Pokemon Day, I think, is the 27th or something. There'll be a Pokemon Presents. They'll probably announce Winds and Waves, which is the start of Gen 10. And there's going to be PDCGL freebies and stuff. There's a Hero's Cape. Do they not know that Azumarill can do all the things? So yeah, you don't need Clavel, but it's going to be a good month. EUIC is coming out, so I'll tweet out the new code for 4 packs of Ascended Heroes. You can type in Ascended Heroes 26 to get codes right, or to get packs right now. Oh my goodness. All right, this is going to be amazing. This is going to be the greatest moment in Pokemon TCG live history. Are you ready for this? Are you absolutely ready? To prove to you that I did not need the Clefairy. To prove to you that Trust Your Pilot did not need the Clefairy to win this game. Here you go. There's a retreat. And please don't concede. I'm not being facetious. There you go. 920 damage. If Dragonite can get beaten off by an Azumarill that doesn't need to hit it for weakness, you need to rethink. Oh my god, we prized everything. Everything was prized. I still won. the title of the Twitch stream is I'm the best Azumarill EX player in the world. I think that's true. You know, press 1 if you agree. And if you agree in the YouTube video, type in the comments, you are the best Azumarill EX player in the world. And I am as round as an Azumarill, and I like to roll down hills barefoot. And I like to send DMs of my feet pics to Trust Your Pilot. All right, just had to. I didn't write down all the information of my opponent because the game started out so poorly. But we're 1-1, baby. All right, so that is yeah. We're gonna start that late, and this was the Terapagos build. And then, all right, nothing happened for the first several minutes. Nothing happened for the first several minutes. There we go. Now PDC Jill's like, wait, we let Trust Your Pilot win a game? That's not allowed. And I think we were back to 14-16. And oh, it's not a Poffin bug. And Simon, right here, this is the list. You missed on December 31st about 20 codes. I mean, it's like 5, but like 20 codes expired on the December 31st. But that's the only active code right now is Ascended Heroes 26. Ooh, we got the Smoochum start. You love the Smoochum start. We're smooching them. All right, Y. Figueredo. Big. Redo. So I still haven't watched the Super Bowl commercial. It's just like Lady Gaga was in it. It was just like, hey, everyone was saying that they have a favorite Pokemon. And like, that's cool and all. But I replied, hey, everyone is someone's favorite except for Bruxish. Everyone hates Bruxish. It was pretty cool. What's my favorite? I don't. You should know this. You should know this, Incineroar. Oh, actually, you're a new viewer. You don't know this. It's my dirty little secret. I don't have a favorite Pokemon. I know. Crazy, right? It's because every time I do a playthrough of a game, I have like my favorite. Like when I was playing Omega Ruby, Mega Manectric was my favorite. I think we can win this one. We have a playable start. So that's, that's a good thing that is happening. We're going to Lilies. I can't really, knock anything out. But this is a winnable matchup for us for sure. We don't want to put any of these in play, though. What's my favorite toad? The big one, obviously. So then we go Delightful Kiss. And, yeah, we put them on the Terapagos. Because we have the Azumarill EX. We have a research. I know I probably should have Palpatted the Lilies back in. But I only have 1 bosses in the list. Because this is more of a discard-focused list, I have 1 bosses, 1 counter catcher, 1 prime catcher. So the Palpad is a way if I have to research my starting hand and I get rid of 3 Lilies or something, or 3 Ino, or something crazy. It's just a backup plan. Did you watch the Puppy Bowl? Did you watch the Puppy Bowl? Team Rough, I think, I don't know. The Team Rough and Tough are the names. Is Azumarill EX doing more than Baby Azumarill? Yes. So the Baby Azumarill does 230. I don't play Psyduck, so this is not good. But the Baby Azumarill tops out at 230 damage. So unless, if you're hitting for weakness, it's great. But if you're not hitting for weakness, it is not good. Okay. Can't play with my balls, but we can get Azumarill. And then let's go Attach-a-Vu. I mean, this hand isn't the best, right? But I think I'd rather just Ino. Like, the hand's not very good, but, like, what else would I do? So let's Ino. And, oh, that's, I should have, well, it actually doesn't matter what I did. All right, then we're going to go, I mean, the Smoochum's just a free prize whenever they want it, but I think we do Air Balloon on the active and Unified Beat Off. Take the prize. So obviously we're in a bit of a tricky situation because I don't have Psyduck. And maybe I should have a Psyduck in the deck, you know, for the Dragapult matchup. But remember, Dragapult is not going to be Dust Noir filled post-rotation because there's no more Ino and there's no more Counter Catcher, which are like their main cards right now. And Anti-Snowman. Hey, the new Marill is great. So this one's from Ascended Heroes, and it can buy you 6 turns that eventually lead to nothing. Hyde can buy you 6 turns that eventually ends up doing nothing. But the difference between the baby Azumarill and the EX is that the baby one requires a Terra. It punches itself in the balls. They got a Neo Upper Energy, which is unfortunate. And Lena, oh no, like I'm saying, is Dragapult is played like 10 different ways in Japan because it's so good in every single way. But you don't need it, right? It's powerful without it. Oh, okay, hang on. Hang on. Oh, they got the EX. Well, that's fun. Okay, so they're going for the Terapagos KO. I am okay with that. Would have been nice to have that experience share ahead of time. Ooh, that's also really bad. Thank you. Okay, so what I have to do is I absolutely have to find my balls. And Azumarill EX is good. They're taking the Smoochum so the Ino gets more powerful. I can't use Wondrous Patch, but I can knock out the Dragapult if I get the Clefairy. It is so dang simple. And there's a Marill. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We got the Wondrous Patch. I guess I could have used Prime Catcher, but we're getting rid of their Neo Upper, which is really strong here. So their Neo Upper energy is gone. They will have to refind it. They don't have any draw Pokemon. The only way they're drawing cards... Ooh, we got the Clefairy. I don't know if it's in the deck, but we have it if it is. I don't know if the Clefairy is actually in the deck, but if it is, we have it. Okay, so we play with our balls. Please be in the deck, Clefairy. Thank you. And yeah, we got everything. We have more Marill. What's our recovery looking like? We have all of our recovery. We have everything. And then we go Energized Balloon. They got no Neo Upper. I'm a Dragapult KO away from winning. But I think it is possible for them to win this turn. Probably. Oh my god. What's more likely to win a regional, Larry's or Azumarill? Probably Azumarill. Because remember, if you checked out the YouTube short, I'm going to be... Yeah, they could have a Crispin. Hopefully they don't. Don't jinx it. Or they'll just get Hilda. But if you checked out the YouTube short, I will be posting more YouTube shorts going forward here. They're going for the Clefairy. That's actually totally fine. Unless they knock out my Marill on the bench, then that's bad. Because, yeah, this is how they win, is they would go for the Clefairy... And then that would be very bad. So if they get a Hot Lucha, we're screwed. There's a Cleffa that we don't want, so we'll get rid of the Cleffa. Please give me an energy. Thank you. Hey, that's just game. Did we just destroy a Dragapult deck? Are we just farming wins against dragons today? Are we Dragon D's nuts? Am I the #1 Azumarill player in the world? I think so. Even when, you know, when PDCGL cooperates, everything's great. Obviously, Clefairy's a liability, and they could have easily won if they had Counter Catcher, Hawlucha, Neo Upper. Well, I guess not easily, because I gave them an INO to 3 and they had a Fez. But if they had been able to get Neo Upper, Counter Catcher, Hawlucha, we would have lost. But that I always get the best luck. I'm the best PDCGL Azumarill player in history. And we haven't even used the Terapagos. That's the crazy thing. That's the really crazy thing, is the Terapagos hasn't done anything. I don't think we've used Glass Trumpet once. Okay, I'm going to try to make the Glass Trumpet work. Obviously, if it doesn't, I blame all of you. It took. Oh, right. Thank you, Lena. Yes, the Terapagos did a great job knocking out a Badoo. To be fair, that was kind of a game-winning play, because if I had attacked with Azumarill, it would have taken a hit. And Jaw, that actually is a deck in Japan that won a couple games. And Jagbomb, thank you. Yeah, it wasn't just the fact that I knocked out the Badoo, it was also the fact that I knocked it out with Terapagos, because they could have knocked out my active if I wasn't care. This is the exact same start we had last game. Anti-Snowman, the thing is that I am a fan of defense. Right? I am a fan of, oh, I got to put the Cleffa down, don't I? This, hopefully this isn't what I think it is. All right, so we go attach to the Terapagos and then end turn. Well, no, it was pretty boring, to be fair, because New England could have done a lot better. But I don't mind it when there's a dominant defense on the field. I can enjoy that. I can enjoy special teams punting and oh, this is a grass deck. Clamburglar, where are you? Yeah, it was 3/4 of defense. And Drake May proved that he was a second-year player. Yeah, well, it's because the offensive line couldn't stop anybody. But yeah, so thank you to everyone who watched the YouTube short. I checked after like 30 minutes and was already at like 300 views, and I'm like, do you people actually get recommended my YouTube shorts? And Jagbomb, exactly. Yeah, Drake. It was not Drake May's fault that he was so bad. It was the fact that he had no time to do anything. But YouTube shorts, I'm going to be uploading some more. I got one going up tomorrow. Some of them are going to be original. Some of them are going to be stream rips. And oh yeah, I gotta get Clamburglar's fun thing. Where is Clamburglar's funny joke? Oh wait, I can't find it. Get it? Because Clamburglar's never funny. So we're in an interesting position here. I can Cleffa, or I can smooch them. They're doing nothing, but I am also doing nothing. We're both doing nothing. So I think, honestly, in this situation, I just retreat into the Cleffa and draw cards. Because what you have to realize, oh my god, we're just never going to find supporters. That's what you have to realize, is we're just never going to find supporters. But what you have to realize is that 3 energy on the Azumarill, which is what I would have had if I smooched him, is only 180 damage. So that's not even a knockout on Teal Mask Ogerpon. But the baby Azumarill can knock out a Teal Mask Ogerpon. It can knock out a Pheasantipity. So we're in a pretty decent spot. And PDC GL Dev, yeah, the Squawkabilly's been great. I played 2 Nest Ball and 2 Ultra Ball. I played 4 ways to find it, in addition to just drawing it. But we got the Smooch'em Terapagos start every single time, baby. But if you checked out the YouTube short, you'll know that Smooch'em is going to be a very, very important card post-rotation for Psychic decks. Because, like, look at it. Just put 2 basic energy in play for free. Oh, they got the Desperation Bulbasaur. Little do they know, that's actually good for me, is because the longer this game goes on, the better it is. The better it is for Trust Your Pilot, the longer this game goes. So let's, we'll attach to the Marill. We'll put the experience share on, I guess, the Terapagos. And then we'll Wondrous Patch to the Marill. And Grasping Jaw for 2. Can we get a research or something? No. So, to put it into perspective, I know obviously Smooch'em would have thinned the deck and shuffled the deck and all that. But if I was forced to live off my top deck, the next, I think, 9 cards in my deck would have not gotten me anything. Right? That's how crazy PDCGL is when it comes to me playing this game. Is no ball cards, no supporters, I'm just living, you know, with my skills here to prove that I'm the best Azumarill player in the world. Like, they've got Mortys, they got okay, well, they just have that, they got nothing, but fine. They're binding down, they're bearing down for midterms. We can play with our balls, everybody. Press 1 if you're excited to play with your balls. Though I think we still probably wait, right? We probably just well, we don't need the pal pad. I can say for certain we do not need the pal pad right now. Seems kind of like an unnecessary card. And then I'll go for the baby Azumarill just to freak him out a little bit. I'll pretend like they're playing Days Gone and I'll be a freaker. All right, and let's put... You know what? The Smoochum deserves an energy. It deserves to be smooched. I want to smooch him, and we'll move an energy from the Terapagos to the Azumarill. So everyone has an energy except the Cleffa. And there we go. Cleffa has more than proven its worth here, and there's all the supporters. Great timing, guys. And we also activate Countercatcher. Countercatcher also gets activated. And Pheasantipity does too. Hopefully they don't take it. They can't really take a knockout here, or else they're in real big trouble. They took the bait. I masterfully baited them. Because, I mean, they are a Venusaur player, so brain damage is expected. And I'm holding off on Expanded until the PDC GL dev over there gives us actual expanded cards. No supporter, my top 30 is funny. Oh, it's hilarious. I'm laughing on the inside. All right, so Countercatcher, the... Yeah, let's get rid of the Teal Masked Oderpon and leave their Fez. And then just knock them out with Azumarill. So this was the problem with the deck. Right? We can't evolve that one. I can Iono them down, but that seems... Oh, wait, we just have Lilies. I totally forgot. We just have Lilies. That is kind of crazy that Lilies just is kind of sitting there chilling. And let's go... I mean, I don't really need anything. Okay, so we'll go Swackabilly, and we'll get rid of, I guess, the Research. Yeah, just to get the other Azumarill EX, because we're fine. I'm pretty confident that we're going to win this game. You know, fairly confident. You know, even if I have to knock out my own Azumarill to knock out their Bulbasaur, I'll take it. That's fine with me. But the problem with Expanded is, like, right after I did my Expanded stream, and I was planning on doing more, they announced, oh, or it was like right before, oh, hey, we're maybe, possibly, probably, hopefully going to try to maybe do more Expanded cards in 2026. It could either be January 1st or December 31st in 2026, but we're maybe going to add a couple cards at a time. Like, they can't even announce a feature they'd already announced properly. And this wasn't really a competitive game, so it won't be in the YouTube video. Because, I mean, me beating off Dragonite and Dragapult players is good. No, the problem is that I could do Expanded tomorrow, right? I could play Expanded tomorrow, do an Expanded stream, and then they could announce, oh, hey, with Perfect Order and Rotation next month, we're adding Expanded cards. And it's like, well, now my videos are invalid because the decks are in a format that no longer exists. Like, it's not like Rotation with Standard. It's going to be completely different because the decks are going to be a million times different once they add Double Dragon Energy, once they add Max Elixir, once they add all those crappy old ace specs that no one uses, like Master Ball. The joke there is that Master Ball is an ace spec right now and no one uses it. Never Don't Me Down. It's Reggie Drago. Why didn't they attack? Oh, they didn't take an action in time. That would explain it. Why didn't they attack? Because they didn't do anything. I'm being facetious. Never gonna. I'm joking that it's bad. That's the whole joke. My joke hole. And Incineroar, that's what I'm worried about. Is they do it. They said they might do it in phases, or they'll roll it out like an Autobot. Is they made it as obtuse and as vague as possible, which is perfectly fitting for PTCGO. They couldn't just say, we're going to be adding all of the XY cards in the first half of 2026, aiming for May. They said we might add some cards at some point of those 365 days. And Jagbomb, did you go from sub to unsubbed? And Anti-Snowman, there you go. There you go, Anti-Snowman. I mean, that would be worth a pin, but people won't get it. Kids these days don't know about Transformers. You know, they don't know about Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox. And PDC GL Dev, hey, that's true. We know. We know. Because remember the Pokemon Go fiasco of 2022? I think that's what it was. Oh, and to all of you who disagree with my tweet, I'm going to put it on screen. This is a great tweet, by the way. I think it deserves more than 36 likes. Yeah, Versus Eater. Yeah, there's a reason. If you look at expanded decks in Japan, they have like 5 supporters in them. And it's like, wow, how do they only have 5? Well, it's because Battle Compressor and Versus Seeker exist. Wait, are they a grass deck playing Area Zero Underpants? This is an absolutely god tier tweet, okay? This deserves, what the hell? This is a god tier tweet and everyone should be liking it. I just don't think Twitter recommends it to people. I was going to be offensive and say, like, this is what I see in the morning waking up to my, you know, ex-wife. But, you know, I thought the grandma one was funnier because it's better. Someone who doesn't like Jinx, clearly. Yo, who drew this? Somebody who doesn't like Jinx. But just like, that's just such a funny art, isn't it? Yeah, human-shaped Pokemon. Yes. So technically, if you want to marry it, it's a human. FM boss? Hey, mods, don't pin that. Don't pin that comment, mods. All right, so fun fact, I can do lots of do they not know that my Terapagos is now activated? So I can do Terapagos things. They've just given me a way to win this game, by the way. They're just like, hey, trust your pilot. Wouldn't it be cool if you could win the game? And I'm like, damn straight, bro. All right, so let's go Marill, Azumarill. And there we go. Let's Wondrous Patch to the Azumarill. Let's play our Glass Trumpet. Let's attach to the Fez, because why the hell not? And then we'll Lily's Determination. I guess I could have Fezzed first, but whatever. All right, and then... Oh, wow. I really thought we'd get a Marill. Technically, we did. So there's a Marill. I could also go for Terapagos, but that seems unnecessary here. And then let's go... Experience share on the Fez. I can get the Cleffa. I can also get the Squawkabilly, but who do I want to take the knockout with? I guess I take the knockout with the baby Azumarill because it doesn't knock itself out here. So then we double edge them. Knocked out Venusaur? Well, you played Ogerpon. Right? You play Ogerpon, so why not? You know, that's what some people have been reduced to. And Jose, yeah, we thought the same. Even though it damages itself, even though it hurts itself while it's edging, because we don't really have to worry about bench damage because Venusaur is so bad, we can do whatever we want. All right, so I do need 8 energy to knock out the Venusaur. That is the one issue here, is that I need 8 energy, so it's a good thing I have 8 energy in play. Yeah. And FM Boss, is it the right one? It depends what your list is. Right, the 70 HP one can be found with Poffin, the 80 hit point one can't, but the 80 hit point one doesn't get knocked out by Dragapult Hawlucha. Yes, I know that I have... This is not a Pheasantipity deck, okay? I want to knock out the stupid Venusaur to prove to you that Azumarill is playable. Well, I mean, this is probably just like a 1-1 line, right? I wouldn't be surprised if they just had a 1-1 knocked out line. But obviously, it depends on your list. The Hoodoo, it's just harder to knock out. That's about all it is. Just harder to knock out. The sleep doesn't really matter. Epic Moro? What do you mean you're gonna eat poutine? That's a Canadian delicacy. I like to drizzle the gravy on my toes, though. They pay extra for that on my OF. It's pretty crazy that Hooters and Noctowl are only 20 hit points separate. Like, normally you evolve and you get a lot more hit points. Here, it's like, hey, 20. You want 20? You got 20. Is poutine good? Imagine French fries, but instead of ketchup, it's hot gravy. So instead of putting cold or room temperature ketchup, you put hot gravy. It's amazing. If you've never had French fries with gravy, you have not had French fries. You just gotta eat them real quick because the French fries get a little bit soggy, but that's kind of the point. Yeah, if you've never had French fries with hot gravy, it's awesome. They're prepping for wait, is there any pre-rotation cards in their deck? Wait, there's no pre-rotation cards in their deck. It's a post-rotation deck. Cheese and you don't understand. They're taking a dump all over me. Oh, this is great. We just got it like that. Just look at how good I am at this game. All right, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we got it. We literally have it. I already mentioned that, Clan Burglar. Perfect time to show up, by the way. Oh, this is great. We could have easily beaten them off. ISO Bandit. Wait, we got them gravy toes. All right, so let's just go 9 energy. The one thing that I haven't mentioned about Azumarill's ability is that it can move any energy. There's no real way to exploit that. The only way you could really exploit that, I think, is with like the Lycanroc with spiky energy. Oh my, we prized the Prime Catcher. Of course we did. Yeah, we only needed 8. We didn't need 9. We only needed 8. But yeah, we're just beating off Venusaur players all day long. We're 3-1. And we got to switch lists because I can't keep winning with this one. I got to play something worse. All right, so people suggested Spidops. So we'll play the Spidops build. But yeah, so you look at the ability. You may use it, move an energy for one of your other Pokemon to this Pokemon. The problem is the attack doesn't benefit from like reversal energy or anything. So you can actually move telepath energy, which is cool when that comes out in perfect order. But I was thinking, like, is there any way to use this? It's realistically just the Spike Chad. You can attach up to 2 spiky energy when you evolve, but then it's just like, what's the point? Yeah, exactly. I'm too good with Azumarill. So it's like, this is like the only real candidate, and it's not even a real candidate. All right, Spidops time, baby. Oh, it's a great ability in Expanded where you have counter energy. You have counter energy, you have Horror Psychic energy, you have... Is there anything else? Wait, Horror, counter... I think that's probably it, right? Alpha Bugs Bunny. Speaking of alphas, I am about to close the rift in Legends Arceus. I really hope someone doesn't interrupt my closing of the rift in Legends Arceus with an insane team and then right after unleashes the Pokemon Devil upon me that is almost impossible to beat unless you have status condition moves. I really hope that doesn't happen. I really hope someone who I thought was my friend doesn't betray me at the last second. FM Boss, no, Turbo's only single prizers. Though, to be fair, I was thinking about this. PDCGL would probably break and let me use reversal energy. Yeah, definitely not going to happen. But I was thinking, if you attach a reversal energy to the baby Azumarill, it's activated. PDCGL might put the activation on the card, so when you move it, it might count as 3. You know, I would not put that past the dev, which is really sad to say in this day and age. But I would not put it past the dev that, you know, reversal energy would stay reversified. Oh no, we're weak to metal. Well, this is unfortunate. We happen to be weak to metal. All right, let's get rid of the Iono and the energy. We'll go for a Smoochum. We'll smooch them and then we'll pooch them. I mean, I can still win as long as I can get just a ton of energy into play as quickly as possible. You know, we have the Spide Ops. I just have to get the Spide Ops up and running. We have to Earthen Vessel. What's the happy? Oh, there's a grass energy. I guess we do want the grass energy. Simply to, you know, have it. Demon's Metagross is bad, but Azumarill is weak to metal, which is the problem here. Is that I am weak to metal, and that is not good. Okay, so let's go. I mean, do I put the experience share on the Smoochum? Does the Smoochum get the experience share? Let's go grass energy on this Tarantula, I guess. But I can't take the risk that they knock out. I mean, what do you mean the risk? They're going to knock out the Smoochum with their Clefairy. So, unless they have a bosses, then they're going to knock out the Smoochum with the Clefairy. If they knock out the Marill, we get to keep an energy in play. I originally had, I think, a 4-4 line of Spide Ops in this list, but then I cut it down to a 3-3 because it was too much. You know, I needed a little bit more consistency because it was not going well. And there's Matang. So the problem with going with a 3-3 line is if you prize a single piece, you're kind of screwed, and that's, you know, what's happening. But I can easily beat them off back and forth, right? They're going to go on to odd prizes. Their Lilies gets less powerful. I know I got rid of an Iono, but that's okay. I have a Spide Ops here. We don't have any energy. Oh, we do have energy in the discard pile. Never mind. So that's going to go up front. I can knock out the Clefairy. There's a Marill. That's good. Do I think in the rotation of 2027? All the H-block cards are going to go, though. Actually, oh no, if I had a playable card, if I had a bosses, I would gust up the Matang, but obviously I don't. All right, well, this is unfortunate. We do not have a playable hand. So in this situation, I think Trust Your Pilot goes for the Tarantula. We're going to go for Tarantula. We're going to charge up. And then we're going to do 90. So that is another downside, is that, you know, with only 3 Spide Ops and ISO Bandit, well, when the Ace specs rotate, that will be when Gen 10 begins. So hopefully we'll get a new once per turn mechanic, because remember, GX attacks were the entire Sun and Moon. So GX attacks started with Sun and Moon base set, went until Cosmic Eclipse. V-Star powers were only the final year of Sword and Shield, which was Brilliant Stars to Crown Zenith, and then we haven't had it since. We've had Ace specs, but if you're going to say like, oh, Ace specs are our new once per game mechanic, but we had V-Star powers and Radiance at the same time. Now, I much prefer, I think once per game mechanics really balance things out, because they can, if they just have to do them right? GX attacks were perfect until they introduced Arceus Dialga Palkia. GX attacks were not this insane crazy thing, or GX whatevers. They were not this insane crazy thing that ruined the game until ADP came out. When ADP came out, that's when everyone said GX attacks are too broken. You know, when they gave us tag teams and they had Tag Bolt that, you know, knocked out everything, and ADP. Because, fun fact, when Zoroark GX was standard legal, and when Zoroark GX came out, it had a GX attack. No one used it. Zoroark GX was the top deck for like a year or two. No one used the GX attack, which was, I think, just copy your opponent's active attack. So it wasn't that good. Like, GX attacks were, like, Decidueye GX was, I think, put 3 cards from your discard pile into your hand, or there was another one that's like shuffle 10 cards into your deck. And then V-Star powers, they were kind of broken. Like, Palkia V-Stars was kind of crazy broken, and Arceus V-Star was super broken. Just go get any freaking 2 cards you want. Like, how's that balanced? just go get any cards you want. Okay. In this situation, Trust Your Pilot is going to promote this guy and hope for the best. Yeah, and then Lugia V-Star, just put your Archeops into play. Dialga V-Star wasn't that bad. I'll admit Dialga V-Star wasn't as bad as it could have been. Okay, in this situation, Trust Your Pilot should either thin out... I mean, I was going to say, I think we don't put the Clefairy into play because I want to see if I get a Fez. But if I put the Clefairy and the Pearl into play, that's 2 cards. The Fez would get me 3, and there's no guarantee I get the Fez. So by putting the Clefairy into play, I essentially gave myself a Fez. Genius level intellect. See, that's how I'm a real fart smeller, aren't I? All right, let's get rid of Iris, and that we'll go get another Tarantula. I think Mega Kangaskhan ended up being a lot more broken than we thought it was going to be, that's for sure. Remember when I said 7 is the magic number? Remember when Trust Your Pilot said 7 is the magic number? Also, we don't want the grass energy. 7 is the magic number, baby. 340. I told you, 7's the magic number. I'd say Mega Kangaskhan is the best Mega just because it can, you know, knock out everything and draw you 2 cards and has Bouffalante and everything. All right, let's see what you got. If you... Wait, they have... Are they playing the new King Gambit? If all they're going to do this turn is try to King Gambit me, that's okay, because they need to get Metagross. Isn't Mega Absol technically the best? But I don't think it does as well without Kangaskhan. Right? And, oh, Jose just admitted, Azumarill not a bad card. Yeah, sorry, Mega Meganium is the best grass Mega. Way better than Heracross. You know, it goes Meganium number 1, Heracross number 2. Yeah, see, Mega Absol is only able to run because Mega Kangaskhan can walk. And Mega Kangaskhan just has so much more versatility. And imagine losing to a Psychic deck that no one's playing, and you have the weakness advantage. So all I have to do is Gust their 2 prizers and we win. The issue, of course, is what does Trust Your Pilot do if his balls are heavy? Magiscrafty is the best? No, it's terrible. Yeah, Kangaskhan is just put in decks because it's literally just a draw 2. Right? Remember how Rotom V was just put into decks just to draw cards if you went first? Ooh, they got it. Okay, so they got the Metagross. Right? Yeah, they got it. Okay, so they still can't do anything though, right? Unless they have an energy. The only way they can do anything this turn is attack with Genesis. Oh no, they can attack with Metagross as well. And then they'll win this game because I don't have it like that. Because this version of the deck does not have a Terapagos. So this is just the EX Azumarill. There's no baby Azumarill. Hallooch is probably the worst one. Hey, we're maybe playing that. Oh, I'm thinking of playing Electros tomorrow. I looked at it again. I think Electros is slightly playable. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I mean, we gotta do it, right? We gotta do... Oh, we got nothing left. Yeah, I mean, we gotta do it. I wish I could say I feel bad, but I don't feel bad. You know, if this is wrong, if this is supposed to be wrong, I don't want to be right. Well, I have good ideas. Remember, everyone said Azumarill EX is bad. Look at what I'm doing. I'm beating metal decks with this thing. But I haven't actually tested Mega Electros, which is a bit of a problem. You know, you kind of want to test your decks before you play them. And fun fact, we guaranteedly have 2 turns. Because this is only giving up 1 prize, and everyone else is only giving up 1 prize. FM boss, just you wait until Trust Your Pilot plays it tomorrow, unless my testing tomorrow morning goes terribly. PDC GL Dev, hey, quiet down. You're not even subbed. I don't listen to people who don't give me money. You gotta give me money, and I'll listen to you. Yeah, you know what? I just ran ads. Yeah. What are you gonna do about that? Yeah, I just ran ads. They can't even hear me now. No one plays Tools Crapper. Wait, why? Oh, this is sad. This is very sad. Okay, well they got the INO, but we still have like 3 energy in deck. Oh, this is comical. So yeah, the problem is they played Steven's Metagross with King Gambit, which is not the pairing I would choose. You know, it should be Metang, Baby Metang first, and then second it should be Archaludon. Steven's Metagross should be third, right? It should not be King Gambit with Metagross. Metagross shouldn't even be like a thought with the Baby King Gambit. Because remember, the Metagross accelerates a metal and a psychic. It's not double metal. So they're... Wait, why are they retreating? Yeah, there you go. Because it's super oppressive. And I mean, I'll just give them a chance to concede here. But like, it's super oppressive. It doesn't care. It just needs the 1 psychic. Right? That's all it needs. It just needs 1 psychic. The rest can be metal. It doesn't matter. And then we prized our ace spec. Our last prize was our ace spec again. So the last game, our final prize was Prime Catcher. This game, our final prize was Hero's Cape. But what I've been saying for the longest time, oh yeah, we can do that, is that you can't trust the post-rotation meta because it's going to keep changing. You can trust that Dragapult is number 1, as you know everyone predicted, and you can trust that Mega Lucario is number 2. It's just, as soon as we get a good Psychic deck, which Slowbro might be, probably not. Check out my YouTube short if you want to find out more about Mega Slowbro. But the top 2 decks are weak to Psychic. So I can show you the updated one. Yeah, they gave us the top 4, so Pokecall Book is great. So this is what happens when you account for only top 4 finishes. And Dragapult is still basically a quarter of the meta. It's Mega Lucario. So when you just account for top 4 finishes, it's Dragapult is still about a quarter of the meta. And then you have Mega Lucario and Grimmsnarl, then Alakazam, Venusaur. So it's very easy to just tell what the top 10 is going to be. It'd be better if it was 6.7. Am I right, kids? Am I right, kids? It would be better if it was 6.7, huh? Venusaur is that high? Well, Grimmsnarl is weak to it, and it survives against Dragapult and stuff. If I lose this matchup, I am going to crap my pants. I'm going to never allow people to see my feet ever again. All right, so there's not really anything I can do. Like the experience share I can't put anywhere. I guess I can put the air balloon on the Marill. But this is realistically just an INO turn. Because we are 100% getting that Smoochum out of there. Now, Smoochum's getting knocked out. Goated. Absolutely goated turn. So we go for a Marill and a Tarantula. We don't really need a whole lot this game because they're weak to Psychic. Yeah, it farms Dragapult, it farms Lucario, it farms everybody. I do have to lose the bosses, but who cares? And Hunter, you're trying to defend Mega Emboar. For the Win made a video about Mega Emboar. I am going to try. I will do a Mega Emboar stream. I can promise you that. But I tested it for several hours last week, and Mega Emboar is just brutally, brutally bad. The fact that it does 60 damage to itself is horrendous. Like, you might look at it and be like, oh, hey, the stats aren't that bad. It has 380 hit points. How's that not good? It's because it does 60 damage to itself, so it has 320 hit points. And if your opponent can do math, then you could knock yourself out with Mega Emboar, and then they just get another turn, they can win the game. So you would not believe, even with the Workwario EX, even with the Baby Emboar accelerating energy, it's still horrible. You know, you can't really play Maximum Belt because you need to put Hero's Cape on this. You want to put in Monkey Dory to heal off the damage. It's just Mega Camerupt is a better Fire Mega. The, Charizard EX, the Terrazard. Jaw. Oh my god, do I have to admit that What? What? A Ting-Lu in 2026? So if I had played the full 4-4... Oh yeah, the Smoochum's dead. If I played the full 4-4 Spidops in this list, I'd be able to one-shot the Ting-Lu, but I can't. So that's kind of unfortunate. Alright, well, as long as we get a Azumarill EX, we'll be totally fine here. And let's go attach to you. And sorry, Lily's Clefairy, you're not coming into play. Alright, we got it, we're good. So Hero's Cape there. I think we go Pokepad for Spidops because we have to start Spidopsing before they activate Ting-Lu, though I don't think they can. And then... I mean, I guess I could Cycling Road, but then I would have to get rid of my top deck, whatever that is. So I don't want to whatever I Cycling Road into my hand, I would have to get rid of, and we prize 2 Azumarill. Oh ho ho! Okay then, PDCGL woke up and chose violence, apparently, today. PDCGL was just like, hey, what if you prized all of your good cards? Wouldn't that be hilarious? Wouldn't that be so funny? Wouldn't that be fantastic if we just screwed you completely over and prized all 3 of your Azumarill? Though, to be fair, the baby Azumarill takes this knockout as well. It's just that in this situation, the Azumarill EX, oh my god, is really, really good because, like, say they have the Ting-Lu. And never to let me down, you were completely wrong. But this is why I like the Azumarill EX, is they work really well in tandem, is because the baby Azumarill does 230 damage. That's knocking out half of the 2-prizers, basically. You're knocking out Fez, you're knocking out Mew, Latias, Heelmask Ogerpon. You can knock out Dragapult, you knock out Mega Lucario, you can knock out so many things. For the things you can't knock out, you save this guy, get 7 energy in play, you're knocking out everything, get 8, you're knocking out Mega Venusaur. So I don't really know why everyone was sleeping on this. I talked about it a lot in my videos. When it was first announced, I'm like, hey, this is actually kind of okay. Randomly, it doesn't have a resistance, though. Kind of weird, right? Because Azumarill is a fairy type. Why doesn't it resist fighting? And FM Boss, that's what I've been seeing a lot post-rotation. It's looking better than Dragonite. Yeah, I think I'll have to admit that Mega Emboar is worse than Dragonite, because Dragonite does 330, and it has a switch ability. And then there goes all the Azumarill EXs. And there's all the cards we need. Yeah, this deck, it's actually working. I told you, I'm the #1 Azumarill player. I can build good decks. Yeah, and it doesn't damage itself. Yeah, it discards energy, but that's what Electric is for. And Miles, But it does in the games. It does in the game. All right, and this is why the Lucario matchup is just so cracked for this deck, for any Azumarill deck, is if they put a Mega Lucario into play, they lose. It's that simple. They literally just lose the game if they put a Mega Lucario into play. And then they have to put another one down, which is really bad. And I put Heroescape in this list instead of Prime Catcher. I mean, now that I think about it, it's not that useful because a Mega Lucario with a maximum belt is doing 320. So Mega Brave is doing 320 with a max belt. And then with 2 PPs, it's knocking out your Azumarill with a Heroescape. But there you go. They had no way to win. Azumarill absolutely farms the top 2 decks that are post-rotation, which is Mega Lucario and Dragapult. Just any semi-decent Psychic deck is going to do well in the post-rotation meta. Azumarill is semi-decent, and it's better than semi-decent. It's adequate. We are recovering. Yes, we are. The world is healing. 1464, 5-1. And Jagbomb, hey, it's not my fault you doubted me. I tried to tell you this deck is good. Nobody listens to your pilot. Nobody trusts your pilot. Yeah, it's all because of the baby Azumarill. I freely admit that. And kilometers, oh my, for winds and waves, I hope they go to variable resistance and they take a page from the TCG Pocket Playbook and change weakness. The problem with changing weakness is that it's going to make the new card so much worse. Which is the problem. It's like, if they change weakness, then it's going to make the things much worse because it'll be, oh, I guess it'll make them much better. It'll make the old cards worse if they go to like plus 20 and plus 30 and plus 40 and stuff. I love starting a Tarantula because everyone thinks this is Mewtwo, and then it's like, no, I got a Azumarill. Oh, it's okay. So we lose this one. We definitely lose this one, especially by putting Cycling Road into play. Yeah, I guess we just do this. So, I mean, we have to assume they're just going to get it like that no matter what, right? But I think in this situation, a Lily's Clefairy is kind of useless. So let's get rid of that and that. I will go for another... No, I think we want to get a Tarantula, right? Yeah, let's attach to you and then go end turn. I should knock their socks off. Well, they shouldn't be wearing socks in the first place. Why did I turn down being in a Super Bowl ad? Because they wouldn't get my my matching fee. They wouldn't pay me what I'm worth. Well, I guess to be fair, Alakazam is the new one, but Mega Diancie is technically. Did we just top deck an Earthen Vessel, and I can knock out this Ralts if I just find another dude? All right, so we go Grass, Psychic. Let's go Grass on this guy. Let's drop to 6. Can we get a Pokepad or an Ultra Ball, baby? Oh, we got everything. Oh my god, we just beat Gardevoir. That is crazy. Imagine losing to whatever the hell I'm playing. Imagine that. No, I was... Oh, did you see the behind the scenes? I was one of the shrubs during the halftime performance. those shrubs in the halftime performance were actually people. It was not decoration. It was actually, that was a Jellison build. It was people. The shrubs that moved were people. The dancing shrubs were literally people. We're no longer level 369, by the way. Yeah, if you look at the behind the scenes footage that people, we're also still, according to PDC Jail, still level 69. So look at this. Says level 69, and then we go here, we're level 70, and then we come back, we're level 69, then we're level 70. PDC Jail is such a well-made game, isn't it? Such a well-made game. And that's why I put the one copy of Grass Energy in the deck, along with one Earthen Vessel. Win rate becoming scary, Cialis? I know, right? Trust your pilot with a 6-to-1 win ratio, and I faced the top decks in Standard. I beat Gardevoir, I beat Dragapult, I beat Lucario. Now what are we going to do? But what I've been trying to say for years is that if PDC Joe just gives me a playable hand, I'm actually pretty good at this game. Right? If I just get a playable hand, I'm pretty good at this game. It's the fact that, you know, you look at all my streams, I just don't get playable hands. Golden Go? Oh yeah, Golden Go is a horrendous matchup. I'll freely admit, oh, it's Gardevoir again. So this is probably going to be a loss because I started the Smoochum. If we don't start the Smoochum, I probably am okay. But that didn't happen. All right, let's go. Energy there, experience share there. So we do knock out the Frillish next turn. The Chad Cerulege player, damn straight. Yeah, I'm surprised Cerulege isn't doing better in Japan, but it is very, very one note. Right, that's the issue. It's just, if you don't get a good start in a world without Squawkabilly, you're kind of screwed. Like, you have to get your Carmine. You don't have access to Squawkabilly. Is the Drillbur rotating? I don't know if that actually matters, but I think the Drillbur might be rotating. And that's ironic, given that its whole thing is being Lightning McQueen. It's all about being speed. Oh, they're sacrificing their Ralts. This is great. You know your opponent doesn't know what they're facing when they do this, but I guess they didn't really have a choice. Ooh, and get rid of a Darkness Energy? And Jagbomb, thank you. So the Drillbur remains, but yeah, I still think Cerulege is just gonna not quite be it. And yeah, there you go. So they did get rid of a Darkness Energy. They had to attach a Psychic to the active. We are in a decent spot, but unfortunately the Smoochum is just a free prize whenever they want it. If I can get all of my tools, though, that'll be pretty sweet. And... ooh, there's a bot. Wait. Oh, I can't. I was going to say I could knock out the Kirlia, but I can't knock out the Kirlia. We are going to have to knock out the Gardevoir at some point, though. That's going to be very important, knocking out the Guardy. Okay. I think we just thin everything out of the deck. And let's go Air Balloon. We don't want the Pearl. We don't need the Pearl Necklace. Obviously, I'm in a bit of a tricky situation here. But they actually can't knock out my Team Rocket Spidops, which is kind of funny. But I don't think we win this one. And FM Boss, I did that when Trust Your Feet started. If you go back like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, during the first couple of Trust Your Feet tournaments, I uploaded videos of all of them, I streamed them, and then I won the first 2 ever PDCGL tournaments. And Cialis, No, it's I feel a rush when I play this one. So like I'm not, when I say that I'm the #1 PDCGL player of 2022, I'm not lying. Right? That is not a meme. That is fact. That is truth. And, you know, maybe I should have put the Pearl into play just to get it out of my deck if I Lilies, but I was thinking, oh, you know, maybe I'll research here. But the fact that they can't knock out the Spidops is quite funny to me. And honestly, oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, I think we might do this. I think we go research. And then we have you. We have you. Unfortunately, I can't play my air balloon. That's the one bad thing here. Is we can't play the air balloon. But they also don't have a monkey door yet. You know, I think we're in an okay spot. I could retreat, but I can't do anything with that retreat, so let's go Rocket Rush. If I'd known how things were going to go, obviously I would have put the air balloon on the one I was going to attack with, but I didn't think they'd, you know, come up with the Jellicent, have nothing else happen. Well, you can go watch the videos, FM Boss, and don't pay attention to the fact that half the players still thought they were playing on PDCGO because they didn't realize that TCG Live existed. It's hard to remember, but there was a time when PDCGO and PDCGL existed at the same time, and most PDCGO players did not know that TCG Live existed, which is more than pathetic. All right, well, this is totally fine. I got you. You shut off my ability to put tools into play. You don't shut off my ability for tools to actually do something. You do shut off my ability to, you know, do good things, but we ignore that. So we do that. This is an unplayable hand. Really wish I'd used that Lily's last turn instead of the research, but I thought, you know, we'd get something more than just all tools and all items. You know, it's silly me for thinking we'll get not just all tools and all items. What a freaking idiot I am, thinking that researching would mean we'll get more than just tools and items against a Jellicent deck. If they somehow don't take a knockout of a 2-prizer this turn, we're probably in this, but I would say they're going to get a second Monkey Dory. They're going to knock out a Tarantula, probably this one. And then they'll, oh yeah, then they'll have a Mega Guardy. Wait, did they just put a Mega Gardevoir in play when I have 3 prizes left? Did they just, no, Mew is a bad attacker because it has to be on the Mew itself. So they would have to put, you know, 6 energy on the Mew, 5 energy on the Mew, or whatever it is. They should have been attacking with Drifloon. But it could be a list that doesn't have Bravery Charm. Or it is a list with Bravery Charm and they just have used both of them. Because the Mew's got one and the other one's in the discard. Luckily, we can potentially make a comeback next turn. It's as long as they don't have a Gust card. I think we're going to be fine. Right, as long as they don't have a Gust card, we should be okay. I can't put the Smoochum into play. I have to get... I think the Fez we have to go and get. We have to get, you know, a Spidops and a Tarantula. Yeah, I mean, I can Spidops the Drifloon as well. Oh, they're putting it on the active. Why? Okay. Interesting decision. Not the decision I would have made. You 100% set up a knockout on a Tarantula. You 100% set up a knockout on a Tarantula in this situation. Okay, there's an I-No. That's exactly what we wanted. I think we go Super Rod. We will put you, and... I mean, I don't really need anything else. I have Tarantula. We have that guy. If I put the Marill down, does that allow me to use Mystery Garden? Can I burn my hand down enough to use Mystery Garden in this situation? There's only one way to find out. All right, so Marill, Tarantula. And we go that there. And then if I go Ultra Ball for Fez, no, I can't. I was thinking, is there a world where I can use Mystery Garden? No. No, there unfortunately is not. And let's get rid of some more energy, because I think we're going to have to be doing nothing for a turn here. Would be my guess. And let's go Cycling Road, get rid of an energy. To get rid of an energy to get an energy. All right. And you know, I could hide here. Hide, actually. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to get the Fez, and I didn't get the Fez. That's my bad. I was supposed to get the Fez with that energy. And also other things were supposed to happen, but we're okay. All right, so Spidops will go... Actually, that's an experience share. So actually, hang on. Do I go into hiding here? Or is that not enough? Because I can do 90, but then we lose some energy. So let's go... Oh, I put an experience share on the wrong spot. Don't worry about it. So that would be... Yeah, let's get a Psychic. Let's see if we can hide. I'm going to try to hide. Let's see if that works. Let's see if hiding works. I know I should have put the experience share on the Azumarill, and I know I should have gotten the Fez. That was my bad. And hide didn't work. So I probably cost myself this game because I wasn't paying attention. I was too... Oh, okay, never mind. I-know was a lie. Good. I'm glad we didn't get punished for that. I-know was just a complete lie. It's nice to know that even when you do everything perfectly, PDCGL is just like, nah, what if they just got bosses? Yeah, what if they just had bosses? You know, all that thinking for nothing. What if they just had bosses? Okay, so this will be the last one with Spidops. Then we'll move on to, I guess, Xatu. Because everyone likes to joke, oh, trust your pilots playing a Xatu. Put Xatu in a deck. That's how you know it's bad. Turn 1, Donk. And FM Boss? Well, that's what's going to happen. Has anyone used the new Spectrier in Gardevoir yet? No. Surprisingly, I haven't seen Spectrier anywhere. And it was everywhere in Japan. All right, they say they're a turn 1 Donk deck. I'm going to give them a chance. If I start Smoochum, I'm only going to play Smoochum. They call themselves turn 1 Donk. I'm going to give them a chance to... Oh, God. You want to turn 1 Donk me, go for it. Is this another freaking Gardevoir deck? I mean, I think whatever it is, we probably lose. Because if it's Frostlass, we definitely lose. If that's a snow run, it's GG already. Because the only way we can win... The only way we can win against Frostlass is if we go really, really fast. And that ain't happening with this hand. Tossadiri, what the hell? Is this... Okay. Their name is turn 1 Donk, and that was their turn 1? I am underwhelmed, is what my ex-wife used to say to me every night after we went to... okay, so we're just gonna Lilies. There's no point playing Hero's Cape because I don't know what we're doing. There's another Poffin. We got the air balloon. Can we smooch him? We can't smooch him. I wanted to smooch him. We can't smooch him. We prized the smooch him. We also prized the Spidops. So do I hold back a Tarantula? And we also prized our grass energy. Oh, that's so cool. So yeah, we definitely don't put the Tarantula down because we prized a Spidops and our grass energy. Wow, I really don't know what to do here. Well, we're going to hide and see what happens. Let's go hide. Hey, if you wanna mind bend, you can't even do anything. Yeah, we prized grass, Spidops, Smoochum. Oh, you're right, it is Grimmsnarl. So we're definitely losing this one. 100% loss. Yeah, there's the dude. I mean, I can Mortys if they fill up their bench, but if they fill up their bench, that's bad for me. You know, that'd be if they fill up their bench, that kind of means we lose. So we don't want them to fill up their bench, but if we had a grass energy, the Spidops would be really good, but of course we prize the grass energy. That would have really helped, by the way. Would have really, really helped. And they just got the TF. So yeah, this was going to be a loss no matter what. But then, you add the Spike Myth, you add the Frostlass. Because everyone on my side of the field is either really weak or has an ability. But, oh no, I can't. I don't even think I can really knock anyone out here. It just has to be, so we'll go Spidops. Air Balloon on you. I guess just research and hope. But then we lose our counter catcher, but I don't really want to draw 3. All right, we got the Cycling Road, but we didn't get the Azumarill. That was all we needed, was the Azumarill, and we can win this one. That's still not an Azumarill. If we just get a Azumarill, we definitely win this game. 100% guaranteed. No lie. But we didn't get it. And, obviously I lost my... Yeah, we lost the counter catcher, which is bad. We flipped Tails, which is bad. I have an ability Pokemon in play, which is bad. If they get another Monkey Dory, the Tarantula is basically knocked out. So we're on a bit of a losing streak now. It would have been, like, if I just had a slightly better hand, right? If we just got an Azumarill somehow... Oh, God. If we just were able to knock out this Monkey Dory, it changes the entire complexion of the game. I have 3 Azumarill in the deck. We had 2 Ultra Ball. Of course, we could not find them. Though, maybe they can't do anything. And then I can just put a Hero's Cape on the active Marill. Because obviously they're going to target this Spidops. And, I mean, the Fez probably should go back in the deck, but, I mean, the Super Rod might be better. Though, if they do nothing here, that is fantabulous. If they just do nothing, I think we're okay. And they got... Oh, my God. They haven't even Tatsugiri'd. They haven't even let Tatsugiri let them down yet. How are they drawing better than me when I have a very similar deck? All right, they'll go for... Oh, I thought they were going to go for a Snorunt. Interesting. All right, here we go. If we just knock out... I knew it. I was going to say, I'll bet you the next card's the Azumarill. Literally, how often does this happen where the card I need is the next card in the deck? It happens way too often for it to be random. All right, well, that's another card. So let's get rid of that. I need to be very careful with my energy. So I know they're not knocking out the active Azumarill. All they could realistically do is de-evolution and knock it out. But that would require quite a few things. So we don't put that into play. We don't do the Clefairy. We don't do anything. We just go Energize Balloon. And then this will be the Smoochum because it's the least useful card. Oh, it's a Psychic Energy. Maybe I'm playing too much Psychic. It's either 11 or 12. I feel like it felt like 10 was too few when you need 8 to do 380. Right? Like, I guess 10 would be the right number. But it doesn't feel right. All right, so if we can just bosses the Frostlass, we might be okay. Obviously, if they get a Grimmsnarl, then we're screwed, and I have to go for the Grimmsnarl. And, I wonder if they're going to get an Ultra Ball with that. I wonder if it's going to be Ultra Ball TM Evolution, and they're going to Ultra Ball away the TMF. Okay, well they have Seed Robots, then yeah, we know what they're doing. So they'll go get Spiked Myth. And Jagbomb, you mean my Trevenant deck? You mean you're just trying to build my Trevenant deck but make it worse with Zacian? Okay, they have everything. Wait, if they go for Countercatcher, that seems really good for us. If they Countercatcher literally anybody, that seems fine. Because I should be able to knock out the Grimmsnarl. If they go Countercatcher like the baby Tarantula and set up a knockout on my Tarantula and my Spidops, they will have 300. I'll have 6 energy. Oh, they're going for the... This is also totally fine. This is also... As long as I can get 6 energy into play, we knock out their Grimmsnarl because it'll take 20 from the Monkey Dory. Or 20 from the Grimmsnarl. Or 20 from the Frost... God! I'm just too overexcited. It'll take 20 from the Frostlass, so it'll get knocked out due to Frostlass pings, which behooves us greatly. If all they're doing is going for Marill and Spidops, that's great. Yeah, I would have just hit into the Azumarill. Did the Hero's Cape really just scare them that much? Am I playing this perfectly? Is Trust Your Pilot the GOAT? All right, well, we don't have a playable hand, which is kind of unfortunate, but we do have a knockout on the Grimmsnarl. What we do after that, I have no idea, because their Monkey Dory are a huge problem. All right, what do we do here? Because they could very easily... Okay, we don't need freaking Buddy Poffin. Also, I can't put that into play. All right, well, let's just get them out of the deck, I guess. Yeah, we can't put the Clefairy down. We have to do this. We have to do Bubble Gathering. So, realistically, they're going to knock out the Tarantula. I mean, we have to knock out the Grimmsnarl, right? It would be great if I could knock out the Frostlass this turn, but they have the Grimmsnarl. That's just able to two-shot me. They can math their way to victory very easily. There's the Smoochum and the Grass Energy. Great timing. Though, if I'm able to top deck a Spidops, we could knock somebody out. Like, we could knock out... Well, actually, nobody. I guess we can knock out the Impidimp. But it's 30 damage times the number of Team Rocket's Pokemon in play, so I can do 60 damage, so I can't even knock out an Impidimp. But obviously, the reason I milled those Poffins out of the deck is if I get a Lilies, then we can play it, and, you know, if they unfair stamp me, which they can't do, because they have... Whatever. I just wanted to get rid of them. I hated looking at them. Well, I think they have Rare Candy Grimmsnarl, but I'm not sure. Something's telling me they have Rare Candy Grimmsnarl. Yeah, I think they have everything they need. Luckily, it's weak to Metal, not Dark. But I think we just lose if they have De-Evolution, so we'd have to get, like, an Ino. Yeah, there's Arven for Rare Candy, so I don't... They did that in a very weird order. But it was the correct call to not evolve into the Azumarill EX, because it would just start taking damage. And then we'd be in de-evolution hell, but we're kind of in there already. But I played this as well as you can play it. Oh my god, they have a third freaking Monkey Dory. I played this as perfectly as you can play it. It's just, obviously, they had everything at every turn. They had every answer, even though they don't have a Fez or anything. They just, you know, got Lilies and Arven and Secret Box every time they needed it. Well, if I can top deck an Ino and they can't find a supporter off Tatsugiri, we may just win. As long as they don't find de-evolution. If they have de-evolution and they find it, we're screwed. But, or if they have a Blood Moon Ursaluna, we're triple screwed. And that's not a card we needed. Great. Thank you. Fantastic. I love that. And actually, I shouldn't have attached that energy. I should have put it on the Tarantula. It doesn't matter. If a Fez is the difference between me winning and losing, then I lost the game. It's fine. Most likely, they have a Blood Moon Ursaluna, and that's how they'll win the game. Or they'll have something crazy. You know, they'll bring up my Tarantula. They'll Ino me, bring up the Tarantula, and then because I didn't attach the energy to it, we'll lose. Oh, they're going for the knockout on the Tarantula because they need to draw a card. This behooves us greatly. This behooves us greatly. There's absolutely no way. Come on, bro. Hit that concede button. That concede button's looking mighty tasty. Turn one donk. You know, for someone called turn one donk. Oh, did we just win an unwinnable matchup? Did Trust Your Pilot just win not only an unwinnable matchup, but a matchup where they drew perfectly every single turn? Literally every turn they had everything they needed. But my brilliance, my amazingness as an Azumarill player carried us through. You have to comment down below. Trust Your Pilot is absolutely unequivocally, hot-footedly. I want to lick between those toes. I want to put some poutine gravy between those toes. I want to lick it off. He is the best Azumarill player ever. Okay, so let's switch to... Yeah, let's try the Zatu. The Zatu one should be good, right? You have to assume the Zatu one will be playable. All right, so we are at 7 wins. 7-2 with this thing. What? All right, and turn one, yeah, turn one donk, yeah, right. So Zatu is essentially Spidops, except that it draws you cards, and it has to be in hand and not the discard pile. Hey, I mean, again, yeah, results don't lie. You know, it's my expert deck building. It's 100% my expert deck building that carried us through this. And we got the Smoochum start and a Mystery Garden for 0. Wait, I can Mystery Garden for 1 if I put an air balloon on the Smoochum. Oh, never mind. We don't have to worry. Never mind, everybody. It's okay. It's just Venusaur. No worries, everybody. It's just Venusaur. Pack it in. Any worries you had, they're all gone. It's just Venusaur. Well, I wasn't going to put my Mystery Garden into play this early, but then you had to go and put this Forest of Vitality down. All right, can I actually draw? I can actually draw 1 card. So, yeah, we're... When have you ever seen an air balloon on a Smoochum? That was not worth it. That was not worth the loss of the energy. But we didn't really have a choice. And is this deck just Mega Slowbro before Mega... Not at all. Mega Slowbro is a completely different deck. Mega Slowbro is... I mean, just completely different. You have to watch the YouTube. Yeah, I kind of figured they had a second Forest of Vitality. Do they just have a Venusaur? Ah, there goes the Smoochum. Looks like we might be hiding. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I don't regret anything. Thank you. Watch me get nothing. I was joking. It was a joke. I was being funny. I was joking when I said, watch me get nothing. I was having a laugh, mate. Yeah, my next 6 cards were unplayable. Because of course they were. But luckily we have Xatu, so here's the question. Do I retreat and hope they don't have a Gust card? Lily's Pearl has done nothing, by the way. Lily's Pearl has been completely useless, and because I have a backup Smoochum, then that kind of tells us all we need to know. All right, let's retreat into Smoochum. We're going to spread the energy around like they're cheeks. But yeah, the Lily's Pearl has done literally nothing this entire game, and the Smoochum has put in so much work for us. If you're able to get off 2 Smoochum, you're feeling like a god. If you're able to Smoochum, why'd you put the Fez down? The only issue, of course, is that they have a Teal Mask Ogerpon. That is a... Oh, never mind. They don't care about things that matter in life. I was going to say, the problem is Teal Mask Ogerpon, but then they went and put a Venusaur, and now they have a Meganium. Good golly. Yeah, I'm just saying, in this context, we haven't used the Lily's Pearl at all. So they'll go for, yeah, Chikorita, Bayleaf, Meganium. I have never done that before. Dawn has always been, oh, hey, I'm going to show up when you don't have a Forest of Vitality and you're not set up. They had it. So believe it or not, it actually makes more sense to knock out the Teal Mask Ogerpon in this situation than it does the Venusaur. Showcasing just how bad Mega Venusaur is that the Ogerpon is a bigger threat. That is so sad. It is literally the worst, funniest, stupidest thing that this 2-prizer is better than this 3-prizer. And there's an experience share that we probably don't want to use. And this is why I saved the 2 energies, because I wanted to draw cards and play my first supporter. But apparently we're just never going to do that. That's what I forgot to mention is I forgot to put supporters in this deck. It's really unfortunate, but, you know, sometimes you just, when you're building your deck, you just sometimes forget to put supporters in there. Okay, I mean, if I get an Azumarill, everything's forgiven. Everything is not forgiven. Okay, well, this is horrible. Let's put the experience share on this guy. And then I guess we attach to the Fez. And then we go Lilies. Because I can still get Counter Catcher Azumarill and knock out the Ogerpon. Okay. That is so cool. That is the favoriteest thing that's ever happened to me in the history of the universe. Well, Natu, see you later, buddy. Natu, got some bad news for you. You gotta take one for the team here. I think I forgot to put supporters and Azumarill in the deck. You know, that's my bad. You know, I forgot to put good cards and Azumarill in the deck. It happens sometimes when you just, you know, it's 2 a.m. in the morning and you just forget to do things. Come on. And they're just over there building up their Ogerpon. Fun fact, we're still in this game. Fun fact, we're no longer in this game. Fun fact, things are going badly. And Moaning Myrtle, what do you mean still streaming? Did you think I would stop? I've been playing this game for 4 years. You think I'm going to stop? You think I'm going to stop right now? I actually do it in 10 piles of 6. Oh, they took a huge dump. We can still win. We can still win. We got the bosses. We have Fez. We have Xatu. We have everything. We literally have everything we need to win. Except we have all these stupid Poffins for some reason. Okay, so we're just going to waste all the Poffins, I think. I mean, we don't need the Marill. The Natu is more important. Yeah, we have 2 of them. All right, so the Natu makes more sense. Now the question is, I think we do rod the energy back in. all 3 of them, because it makes sense. Because there's no way we don't get everything we need. Okay, there's Tulip, and then of course we get the stupid Tulip. As soon as I do that, we get the Tulip. Okay, I can't. Thank you. We finally we get the knockout. It took 20 hours, but we finally got the knockout. All right. Oh yeah, I should definitely Xatu here. I won't Mystery Garden because we do need the energy. All right, so the downside is that we do need to put, I believe, 4 energy on the Azumarill. Yeah, it needs to be 4 energy. Let's go air balloon on the Fez. So the only way that we win this game is if they can't take a knockout of of anybody really this turn. I know they have access to their Fezandipity, but I do have bosses. It's just I needed the Azumarill on that turn before, and we didn't get it. And we probably don't need a 4-4 Xatu line. That does seem a little bit too much. You know, 3-3, just like with the Spidos, is probably better, but you need to learn these things. And yes, obviously it's not good when their Teal Masked Ogerpon can take an easy knockout of my Azumarill. But we're kind of in the same spot here. Not in this, because you have to have a Terra. Though I guess, yeah, I guess technically you could put 4 energy on it with, you know, 3 Xatu and an Emmanuel attachment. So technically, you could, I mean, we did do it earlier. I think we did with Smoochum. So yeah, I guess technically, but I'd rather have like a, if I want to have somebody who takes 4 energy, it would be Regigigas. Right? If I wanted to put somebody who takes 4 energy that, you know, knocks out Terras and stuff, it would probably be Regigigas. But that's actually not a terrible idea. But I mean, there's better attack. Like a Mega Kangaskhan would be better. Regigigas would probably be better. The baby Azumarill would be fine. But like you saw, I won way too much with that original list using the baby Azumarill. I wanted to focus on the EX and the other lists, because I knew that Terapagos list was going to be the best one. And I was proven right because I'm a smarty pants. My pants are smart. Well, we have lost the game. I can confidently say we have lost the game unless they decide to retreat. Oh, wow, they got everything. Oh, man. Okay, well, they definitely have everything. There was very little chance we were going to win this one after whiffing that Azumarill that turn. Because I think the Mega Meganium is just... Do they need one more, or are they taking one away because they got it that easily? If they have to put one more, that's great. Oh my god, they have to put one more. Okay. Okay. I know they have Fezandipity. It's not winnable, but... I mean... We're gonna INO them down to 1, and they don't have energy in play. And finally, thanks for showing up, bud. Okay, there's Xatu. Because remember, the Venusaur can't take the knockout, but they are just like 1 energy away from winning, which is unfortunate. I think literally they're 1 energy away from winning. All right, well, let's put that there. There's a counter catcher. So, yeah, there's not much to do. We just gotta INO them to 1 and hope they don't find an energy. That's it. That's the entire strategy, is just INO them to 1 and hope they don't get what they need. So that's, yeah. Oh, wait, what? Oh, wait. I thought I clicked on Bubble Gathering. I thought I clicked on Bubble Gathering there. Okay, yeah, things are a little weird. Do I ever knock out Baby Meganium? No, because they have this guy. So I have to put, you know, a bunch of energy. They have the big guy. All right, well, there's an energized balloon. Now, in this matchup, you have to hunt the energy. I mean, earlier, I wouldn't have had to if I got set up, but, you know, we prized an Azumarill and couldn't find the other two. Ooh, I can knock that out. If you don't think I can knock out that Meganium, you are Marty McSorley mistaken. Never mind, they got it. Why wouldn't you just... You have it, right? I'm pretty sure they have it already. I don't think they need to keep playing. Because isn't it 320? Oh no, they're doing 270. They already have it. You literally already have it. Why are you still playing? How do you not know that this does 270 damage? Yeah, this does 270 damage. All right, well, if you're not going to do it, then there we go. It's you get distracted by being in Trust Your Pilot's aura. You can't do math. You know, your feet start trembling, your feet start sweating, your hand reflexively goes to your phone to take pictures of your sweaty feet to send them to me on Discord. It's just what happens. So unfortunately, we lost to Venusaur, but PDC GL definitely cost us this one. All right, I mean, if I have double Smoochum, I don't really need a 4-4 frickin' Xatu, right? We don't need... Oh, is it a 4-3 or a 4-4? It's a 4... Yeah, we'll get rid of one of those. We'll get the Marill. We have 3 experience share. We don't need 3 experience share. We have Mystery Garden. Let's go Superior. Let's put one of those in there. We have a Super Rod. We have a Tulip. We have Mystery Garden. We have 2 bosses. Oh, I need to put, like, more supporters, I guess. Yeah, the Lily's Pearl doesn't do a whole lot, does it? Is there anything you want me to add here? Anything anyone can think of that would be fun to add? So we have Hero's Cape as the ace spec. Again, I'm not really sure the Hero's Cape is necessarily worth it. But let's, you know, I like Morty's in this deck. I really do like Morty in this deck. Drasna? You want me to put a Drasna? All right, for you, Incineroaring, I'll put a Drasna in here. The Heatmore doesn't do it, okay? You want Drasna? I'll put in Drasna. But if Drasna flips tails, you're banned. Those are the rules. You should have known the rules before you requested it. And Video Game House, too late. You know, I only listen to subs. I only listen to subs. So, you know, Video Game House, your opinion means nothing to me. You know, imagine getting raided like every week by a streamer and you're not even sub to them and you don't raid them in return. You know, and then you even shout them out during your own stream and you engage with them and you give them a toe ring as a promise ring and they still don't even do that. It's just so mean. And then we get the Mortys right away. Uh-oh. Hopefully they fill up their bench. Hi Q, please fill up your bench. Please. You know, don't make me regret this. You know, I have 4 Buddy Puffin. I have 4 Lilies. I have 4 Ino. You know, we have a Drasna, but then we get the Mortys and they're going to have a nothing turn. Come on, Morty, we believe. Oh, yes! Yes! Okay, the bad news is this is probably Mega Kangaskhan. The good news is they're filling up their bench this turn. So, bad news, probably Mega Kangaskhan. Oh, it's a, yeah. Yeah, that's bad. So, bad news is we're going to lose. Good news is the Mortys is going to get me some cards.
Deck needs a delivery drone.
And how about a boxed order? How about instead of a delivery drone, we go for boxed order? And what the hell? Wait, what? This is Oh, damn it. I didn't think this is what was going to be. How about a call bell? Oh, more call bell? Never works. But hot dogs, I think I played it, didn't I? Wasn't that... Didn't I play it before everybody? For a boxed order, I will accept boxed order. And then we get the body... This was about to be the worst Morty in history, and now I regret not playing good cards. Okay, so we're going to have to go for double... never mind. We're going to have to go for one Marill. We're going to have to go for one Marill. I wonder why. Yeah, we have to go for one Marill. Sorry, I thought we were going to go for two Marill. No, sorry, it has to be one Marill. God, this game is so well made. Turns 4 years old, by the way. This game is turning 4 years old. All right, so we go Hero's Cape, Experience Share, Energy, and... yeah, I guess we just let everyone die. No, we got to go for it. We got to believe. We're not winning this matchup unless we flip heads here. Ah, we lose the game. Okay. We didn't really have a chance because I had to, you know, I used the Mortys. We didn't get that great of a hand. You know, the Mystery Garden, they probably play Tool Jammer or Jamming Tower. But if all they do this turn is Crispin Wellspring Mask, no, they don't have anything, so they can knock out a Natu. It was actually a good idea what I did, right? Because they could have just knocked out double Natu, but I retreated into the Marill, and this gives me a chance that both of them, you know, we have two people survive, which still isn't very good. And they're going to put a bunch of damage on the Azumarill, and if they have a Jamming Tower, we're mega screwed. But they can't actually do anything this turn that is too bad. I think, you know, because they don't have room for an Iron Bundle, so they can't knock out double Natu. They can't go Bosses and Crispin. What they could do is Bosses, Energy Attach, Sparkling Crystal. And there's Crispin Air Balloon. So there we go. So they're not going for the crazy play. And they might not have Jamming Tower either because they play Air Balloon. I would guess that they didn't have the second Noctowl, which is why they didn't go for the big combo. But they could have gone Noctowl for Bosses, Pokepad, and then other Noctowl for Energy Search and Sparkling Crystal. But I'm guessing they don't have Sparkling Crystal, or they just didn't see it. Oh, what? What? I am so confused right now. So you had it. You could have knocked out double Natu, but I guess they want to put 100 damage on the Marill? Okay. I mean, the problem is that 100 damage on the Marill plus 70 from the Fan Rotom puts the Azumarill within Dragapult range, so it's not like, you know, Hyde would have changed this entire game. If I don't take the 100 damage from the Wellspring Mask Ogerpon, I don't even think I need to do anything. We can just win based on Azumarill clapping cheeks all game long. And there's Area Zero Underpants with another Crispin. Naturally, I don't have an Ino, but yeah, I think we lose this one just because the Natu are so weak. And wow, they're really going to Hooters. But I'm knocking out your Terra. And you're not going to find your stupid Dragapult. Yeah, your Terra's getting knocked out. What do you think about that? I mean, there's every opportunity that, you know, I can't knock out their Terra. There is a world where that Terra doesn't get knocked out. Because I need 4 energy. Oh, we can't actually knock it out. I need 4 energy to knock out the Wellspring Mask, and yeah. Yeah, that's a feels bad right there. Okay, well, let's do the thing, I guess. So, yeah, we go Mystery Garden. They'll obviously bump double Noctowl. And then we can't take the KO. Jag Bomb? Well, hey, they're going to win. Who are we to judge? It's strange. Maybe. Who am I to judge? All right, so We have to go Clairvoyant Sense. They're probably going to do the thing again. There's the Drasna. There's the Drasna. Oh, they got rid of the Fan Rotom as well. So unfortunately, we lose. I thought I did. Maybe I just dreamt it. Like I dream about all of your feet. You know how some people get on stage and they say they picture the audience naked? I only picture them naked from the ankle down. Yeah, so we needed to take that knockout this turn. We didn't. That's going to cost us the game. I'm having deja vu. But all I need to do is win one more game, and then all the doubters lose their channel points. 6 people said I was going to win less than 5 games. Moaning Myrtle, that's tomorrow. I'm always bricked up, problem child. It's my curse. And yeah, with the Relicanth and, Energy Crush and the Magneton that gets them back, it's very annoying. It's been around for a couple of years. They do have Sparkling Crystal. Yeah, it's been around for a while. Some of the things are rotating. Myrtle, wrong end. Wrong end, Myrtle, is what's bricked up right now. All right, so they'll have a Crispin. They'll have another Crispin and they'll get it, or they'll have an experience share or something stupid. Yep, see? They'll have a Crispin and they'll get everything and they'll win. I think you're seeing why Dragapult is the #1 deck post rotation. Not sure if you're paying attention, but this is why Dragapult is the #1 deck post rotation, is because they're playing a post rotation deck and they're crushing it right now. Though, to be fair, I mean, I'm playing Azumarill, so I wouldn't get too excited. All right, and, it'd be great if we had an Ino, but obviously that's not going to happen. Oh, baby! Speak of the devil, we got the Ino, but I mean, they have triple Dracloak, right? They have triple Dracloak. Does it really matter when they got triple Dracloak? Not really. Not only do they have triple Dracloak, but my balls are in my throat right now. All right, so I mean, let's just go for it. Right at this point, there's no reason to think. Let's just go for it and see what happens. Oh no, we area zeroed them. There's the Lily's Pearl. I mean, that does one-shot a Dragapult. So, wow, this is crazy. They're taking a long time. They're playing fast. It's just that they have to do so many things with all the Dracloak and all the Noctowl. There's the Dragapult. They still need a Crispin, though. Wait, why are the Dracloaks... why do they have a... Oh, because they're weak to Clefairs. Wait, why do they have a down arrow? And it's because I gave them a weakness. They're weak to Psychic. Well, it is on the... Well, no, it would have been on the bottom of their deck, but then they Terra Orb to shuffle their deck, so of course Ino is a lie. Ino is a big lie. And there's the Dragapult. So they need a Crispin. If they don't get Crispin, we probably win the game. So of course they will have the Crispin, because they will always get the Crispin. Yep, see? Told you they were going to get it. All right, so Natu gets knocked out. But I do knock out their Dragapult. Well, yeah, they could get Crispin, they could knock out, they could, Dracloak into it. If they had a Fez, they could Fez into it. And Joko, we faced that in the last stream with, I think it was Charizard, and it was a bit strange as well. If you're playing a Terra deck, put a Terra in there, right? All right, well, maybe they're just going to run out of energy. So the good news is that the Azumarill has the experience share. It will get 3 energy. And they have more Hooters. They're going to Hooters again. And Jaw, Unfortunately, that's not true because they can just go Dusclops. Because it's not a pearl necklace, you freak. So obviously they just knock out the Natu, go down to 1 prize, and then I put the pearl on the Clefairy and it doesn't really do anything. But I am taking the knockout. You know, that's not nothing. Or do you think they put yeah, they're going to put a little bit on the Azumarill, and that's fine. All right, we can still technically win. It's unlikely, but we still technically can. It'd be the comeback of the century. Well, I mean, not really a comeback. We were kind of tied on prizes there for a random amount of time. Hey, there's a useless card. Thank you. All right, so Lily's Pearl. Is there anything to get from the deck? I can get energy and nothing of importance. All right, so 360, take the KO. I mean, they have to get Dragapult, Crispin, Gust. And they don't have a Terra in play if they have Noctowl but no Terra. And there's... We have game. We have game in hand, so they'll probably go for Iono. They use the Night Stretcher to get the Hoot Hoot, I believe. We can check the game log. Cool game log. Yeah, they used the Night Stretcher here to get the Hooters, so they went to Hooters and they got distracted. There's no way I win this game, right? They definitely have... Well, they can't Gust and Crispin in the same turn. Their Sparkling Crystal is out of the game. That's a manual attachment. And then I can just manually attach to the Clefairy to give it the things it needs. And then we have Counter Catcher. Oh, I think they're gonna go for Hooters. They're going for Hooters. They are going for Hooters and they're not gonna know. They're gonna go autopilot Hooters here. I guarantee you that because they are gonna go autopilot Hooters because it happens way too often. Oh, yep. See, I told you. This always happens. You just go on autopilot. You assume you have a Terra. Can we also appreciate the fact that I haven't taken 3 minutes and they're over 10 minutes? Okay. I think they read the card. Wait, there's a monkey. Are they just what? They can't. Is that just a sacrifice? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And we got the lilies. Okay, so here's what we do. We waste the Pokepad. Yeah, they're in awe of what Trust Your Pilot is doing right now. So we want to put a couple energy back in just because if we have to attack with the Clefairy or something. And then we Counter Catcher the Dracloak. And then we Lilies. Okay, and then, yeah, we just want to waste the Poffin. Get that out of there. Energized Balloon. There's no way. There's no way. We can do this. We have everything. They still have to get... And there... Oh, yeah. Remember when I added the Superior Energy Retrieval to this deck? That was fun. That turned out to be a real useful card. A Sarcasm Detector. That's a real useful invention. Yeah. You put a card in your deck, you're either going to start it if it's a Pokemon or prize it if it's a trainer. Those are the rules. And Problem Child, yeah, I told you this. Hydrapple is better than Mega Venusaur. They can also win with Ursa Luna bosses, but they would also need a retreat card. They could win with Ursa Luna bosses, but they need a retreat card. My Clefairy can retreat. So this is why, is if for some reason they were able to do some Sob shenanigans with my Clefairy, this is why I put the energy back in the deck. But yeah, see, this is why I put the energy back in the deck. And look at we just so happen to have 3 basics. Oh, this is cinema right here. This is peak cinema. I will take 4 minutes to beat someone who took 12, and that's just great. So YouTube audience seeing this, I can beat you off in 4 minutes. You know, you might take 12 minutes to finish, but I can finish you off in less than 4. That is the Trust Your Pilot guarantee. You know, that should be the new tagline. Beat you off in 4 minutes or less or your money back. Boom. See? They didn't even have the energy. They didn't even have the energy, but I had the knockout. I actually had the knockout with my bench, with my hand, and the bench Pokemon. That was great. It's always fun to beat people off in 4 minutes or less. So that was I guess I'll write down that was post-rotation Gardevoir, right? That was post-rotation, or sorry, post-rotation Dragapult with the Xatu build. So we have, well, that was a little overboard on the Noctowl, and also we can fulfill the prediction. Wow, we crushed him today with this deck. This deck was absolute awesomeness. Okay, let's try the Komala. Let's get back down to reality here. All right, Eagle Master. Oh, I didn't mean to mute. I meant to give you a thumbs up. I didn't mean to mute you. I meant to give you a thumbs up. Okay, no, yeah, okay. I have a feeling that either Azul or Pumpkin Amy have stopped streaming because the viewership is up. And what a great start we have. So many basics, right? Look at all those chickens. All right, so... And it's Golden Go. So this is a winnable matchup if we have a playable starting hand, which I guess we technically do. So in this situation, I guess we just attach to the Marill and hope for an air balloon and a bunch of Komala. Right, I think with a slightly better hand, like if I was able to start multiple Komala and a couple energy, and we get the guaranteed air balloon, then we're totally fine. And the cool thing is, Larry's Komala doesn't get knocked out by Solrock, even if they have a Vitality Band. Even if they have the Spicy Vitality Band, which is actually a useful card in Golden Go, don't matter to me. Komala's surviving, baby. Because remember, Solrock doesn't hit for weakness. Oh, please. We can make this work. Please, this could be the greatest moment in history. We can literally knock out the Gimme Duel and cause them to concede. And there's a Marill. Okay. Come on. Give me an air balloon and Kamala and energy and Azumarill. It's only like a 6-card combo. It's so simple. Okay, well, we didn't get anything. Well, we didn't get anything. Now, I guess I just attach to the Marill and pass. Though I don't even think that's going to help because you have to have the Kamala in the active. So the way the ability works, you have to attach to a Kamala in the you have to attach to a Kamala in the active from your Kamala on the bench. So it's not as simple as, you know, a Xatu or a Spidops. It is a little bit more truncated, which is why, you know, you want to get your basics really into play quickly. Okay, well, the Kamala's surviving. Marill's not. All right, well, this is doable. This is actually doable. I believe I have Brave Bangle on the list, but we'll find out. I'll put the Mewtwo down. I'll get the Marill back. That's a decision right there. That is absolutely a decision they just made. And Incineroaring, you're one of two. One of two people to believe in 8 wins. I wouldn't bet on 8 wins tomorrow with Electros. All right, so there's a Marill. And yeah, we'll go there. Actually, maybe I leave the energy in there because I might get like Night Stretcher, Kamala or something. Probably not, because that would require good things to happen. Yeah, like I said, that would require good things to happen. So yeah, let's go Area 0. Probably, I mean, just put the Mewtwo down. And I mean, what if they have an air balloon, right? So let's just go end turn. And if you're wondering, hey, why didn't you use the counter catcher to bring up the Mega Mawile? Because what if they have an air balloon? Obviously, I would have knocked out the Gimme Duel if that was an option to us, but apparently this deck doesn't play energy or Kamala. And there's an Artisan. Thank you. That gets me a Kamala. But I wanted to, you know, experiment, right? Obviously, I know this. They think it hits it for weakness. They think it hits it for weakness. You know, I wanted to experiment. And then, of course, we get the energy and we get the Kamala. Thank you for helping me out. Look at this. I had 4 Kamala. I had a Fan Rotom. What else we got in here? We got, okay, well, not that much, but I still choose to believe PTC Gel hates me. All right, so that goes there. That goes there. Lethargic Charge. And I think I just countercatcher the Gimme Duel. Because we just have to assume we're going to get it, right? You can't go this many turns with not getting what you need. So if we knock out the Gimme Duel, that's game. We almost didn't get it. We almost did not get it. Okay, so that is Ultra Ball away the Smoochum and the Poffin. Go get the Azumarill. Because we do want the Azumarill here. And that'll be a... Ooh, I can get another Kamala. Oh, this is why this is such a cool combo. And I can tell you right now, I'm going to spend probably this weekend experimenting as much as possible with Larry's Kamala. Because it's basically a single prize Teal Masked Ogerpon. Obviously, it doesn't draw you cards and it's a little bit more involved. But, like, look at what I'm able to do. Right? If you get them into play with Fan Rotom, it's pretty much 3 energy every turn, and you can use Energy Switch and Ends Plan and Poppy and stuff. So, like, I get it. It's a single prize Teal Masked Ogerpon that has to be in the active that doesn't draw you a card. So it is worse in that respect. But again, does this help Bolt? I got crazy ideas, Lena. I got crazy ideas. Just, you know, basically I just looked up, you know, what are some Teal... You jerk. I just looked up some Teal Masked Ogerpon decks and tried to see that. But yeah, Larry's Kamala with Raging Bolt. Though I think if you were to play something, Spidops is probably better. Because Spidops takes it from the... You know, there's... Hey, no leaks. No, hey, Lena, you can't distract... Nice try trying to distract me. But no, it'd probably be Prime Catcher, if anything. But yeah, any ideas you have, let me know. Because I just have Kamala with 4 Energy Switch, you know, Experience Share, Scramble Switch, Ends Plan, Poppy, stuff like that. They're not going to like this. It would be a shame and if something happened. Oh no, it would be so disappointing if something happened to your Gimme Duel over there. Oh no, not your Gimme Duel. Oh dear, what a problem we're having here. Your Gimme Duel is getting knocked out. Actually, I do kind of feel bad for Eagle Master. You think I'm going to give that away for free? All right, so you gotta, you know, we gotta get a sub goal for that. You want 5%, you gotta give me a sub goal. You know, you gotta hit some numbers here. All right, let's let's put that there. And then we go Energized Balloon. Clefairy. Oh yeah, the problem with the Clefairy. So Moaning Myrtle, thank you for the suggestion. I did look at that. The problem with Clefable EX is that it requires you to attack before it can move the energy around. You know, obviously, so the Clefable EX, I'll put it on screen because I'm a pro streamer. You know, never forget that I'm a pro streamer here. So we'll get rid of Kamala. Freaking pro streamer. Taking forever. Pro streamer taking 10 minutes to do basic thing. All right. Oh yeah, that's that. Hang on. I got it. Pro streamer. This is rotating, by the way. So Wondrous Moon, you can move any amount of psychic energy around, so that's not really useful. It gives it free retreat. The problem is that you have to attack to move the energy, and then you don't really, you know, you don't play Clefairy. You'd rather have like Metronome, Clefable, or something. But with Wondrous Patch, that changes things quite a bit. Right? You don't really need something like Clefable when you have Wondrous. Fickle Spitting? Boss's orders? On the Marill? How dare you? I mean, I like that the energy is still staying in play. Even after all that, the energy is still staying in play. All right, they better have a... and then it comes right back. They better have something. So we have a fan Rotom. That's actually not going to help at all, so I'd rather just have the Marill in play, I guess. And... not really anything to do, just... they would have won this game if they got a single Golden Joe. Right, with Azumarill's metal... I think even without Azumarill's metal weakness, we lose this game. And don't forget that Team Rocket's helmet has to be attached to a Team Rocket's Pokemon. And Jinx is very difficult to get set up. But I think I still have a list of about 20 cards from Ascended Heroes. Yeah, 3 energy requirement on Jinx. You have to play a Team Rocket's Pokemon. The Shiinotic is better. So there's a Shiinotic that just puts them to sleep with its ability. That is the much better option for Jinx, but even then it's not... the problem is that Jinx is a water type. If it was, you know, like a Psychic type, that'd be great. But it's a water type, which is bad. And ISO Bandit, you've watched the video, you know. What do you mean, is there a new Mega Clefable? Everyone told me I was crazy when I said it wasn't good. Oh, wait, do I not have a... oh, I don't think I have the image. Hang on. Give the pro streamer a second here. Give the pro streamer a second. So the fun fact is, Azumarill is better than Mega Clefable. What's the tankiest? Mewtwo. Oh, this is comedy at this point. But the problem is that I don't quite have what I need. So there's no reason to actually gust up a Gimme Ghoul. Though I guess it technically makes sense to go for the Lunatone. I think we just go for a Gimme Ghoul to turn off some things, I guess. I mean, they're probably going to get it. If they I&O me, we're in trouble, but they probably don't play I&O. Hey, we do have the baby Azumarill. I knew I put one in here. Oh, geez. There we go. Pokemon proxies for the win here. So yes, unfortunately, Mega Clefable is not as good as Azumarill EX. Actually, I'll put them side by side. So there you go. Which one is better? Which one do you think is better? In my opinion, I would say that Azumarill EX is better, but I mean, you look at Mega Clefable's ability, it protects itself against Monkey Dory and... hey, Megan, hey, don't make me turn that 5% into a 4%. I can do it. I can do it, Megan. They're doing things, by the way. Yeah, like it's playable, especially with the Aromatisse. You know, it discards energy from mana. So yeah, realistically, yes, Mega Clefable is better, but it has a damage cap. It has a... how do we go from Raging Bolt and Golden Go and Mega Charizard to a damage cap? Like, I know they saw what happened with Golden Go. We're like, yeah, we can't do that again. But give it a little bit more of a damage cap. That tops out at 280. How's that helping anybody? Well, it's a good thing for balancing, obviously. It's like saying Team Rocket... well, no, Team Rocket's Mewtwo also has a damage cap. Yeah. Oh, you're agreeing with me, but in a different... I get it. You're agreeing with me, but in a different type of way. All right. Well, let's Fez, because they don't know that we have it. Alrighty. Well, that's some GGs right there. So this is gonna take a little bit, Eagle Master. Yeah, I had no business winning this game, but I did because I'm the #1 Azumarill player. Are we gonna get to 10 wins today? This is crazy. We might get to 1,500. Yeah, so yeah, it's any 4 energy, but I mean, it does, you can play Telepath now. You can play Telepath Psychic Energy, which is good. So it gets all your basics. But if you're wondering what does the ability do, go watch Master Lead YouTube. But yeah, just go check out a really cool person's YouTube channel to find out everything you need to know about Perfect Order. But all you need to know about the ability is that it stops Frostlass, Dusclops, Dusknoir, and Monkey Dory. It's a thick one, that's for sure. I agree with you there, Megan. It's a thick one. But you know what the best card coming in Perfect Order is? Oh crap, where'd I put it? Where'd I put it? Ah, yes. The third card they showed off. This is, obviously this is the best card, because this is the third card they showed off from Perfect Order. Yeah. Best card ever. Can I get a Kamala or something, please? That'd be really cool. Alright, so let's do that. And switch. And yeah, if they Ino me, we But they literally showed this third. This is the third card they announced from Perfect Order. Who asked for this? Who was like, yeah, we gotta see that, Esper, bro. You know, who cares about Meowth and Mega Zygarde? You know, this Meowth, who cares about this Meowth being in every single freaking deck in the world? Nah, bro, we want that Zygarde, bro. Or sorry, we want that Esper. You know, who cares about Meowth? Who cares about all the other Megas? Nah, bro. Wait, Esper's the restraint Pokemon? I had no... You learn something new every day. But I think it's because its psychic abilities are so crazy. So what is it? It keeps an intense psychic power from leaking out using its ears to cover the organs. And then Meowstic is such a just boring thing. Meowstic is just kind of useless. All right, well, we probably lose. Jagbomb, who isn't? You know, that's, like, who isn't into that? The Meowth is basically just go get a supporter. It's Lumineon V. All right, well, there's a Kamala. Let's put the Kamala down. Let's go Photon Kinesis. I mean, I guess technically we should put the experience share there just to do the thing. Well, it's because they changed it. So I'll put it back on screen because they changed it. You can pretty much get rid of the last sentence. The last sentence doesn't matter. So you can get rid of the last sentence. It's just future-proofing. It's basically like how you can only Squawkabilly once, you can only Pheasantipity once. They're just future-proofing to make sure you can't, you know, if they ever print another last-ditch ability. So basically just with Meowth, slap it down onto the bench, go get a supporter. That's all it is. Just slap it to base, go get a supporter. And Talk Tail is really good because it puts itself back into your hand, but I mean, putting 3 energy on that's not easy. But this card, if you can find this card for $5 at a pre-release, if there's some kid who opens a Meowth EX at a pre-release and is like, I don't want this card's stupid. Will you give me $5, Mr. Streamer Man? He's like, yeah, I'd rather give it to Trust Your Pilot, but you know, I'll give you $5 for this Meowth. So it's this generation's Lumineon, this generation's Tapu Lele, this generation's Jirachi if you're a boomer. So it'll be in every deck. And there's another Kamala. Awesome. All right. I can't really do anything, though. So I guess we just Photon Kinesis and take the KO. We go... I mean, did they play us? Wait, what did they do? What'd they go and get? They got a Petrol? I mean, I'm not going to INO you if all you did was get a Petrol. Okay, well, let's attach to, I guess, the Azumarill. That probably makes the most sense. And then we go Photon Kinesis. I could have used Transfer Charge, but taking the knockout puts us back on even prizes. But it's always a brilliant day. It's always a brilliant day when a Dragapult deck fails. So we'll do one more game. Press 1 if you want a prediction for the final game of the stream. I won't tell you which build I'm playing. It'll be the worst one, though. Whatever list I'm playing, it'll be the worst one. Read the description on Leafeon from Twilight Masquerade. All right, well, apparently everyone wants a prediction. So, will I win this next game? There you go. So, Leafeon from Twilight Masquerade. What, is it just about getting old? What do you have against getting old? And smelling like fresh grass? What, it smells like fresh grass when they're young. You don't like them young and supple? I bet you like your Leafeon smelling like pure grass, Megan, you weirdo. Wow, they haven't done anything. They're having a rough time over there. Yeah, we're doing things today. Okay, let's get rid of that Ino. Let's go for an Azumarill. Oh, we don't have another Azumarill EX. That is unfortunate. So we're gonna go get a Clefairy and be like, hey, bro, I got a Clefairy, bro. Now what you got? Emoting Myrtle? Hey, that's the price you pay. I had a joke to tell there, but I'm not gonna say it. That's just what getting old happens, Myrtle. And well, that's always the problem, right? You know, it's gonna be. We've been in this world before. Is you put a Meowth down turn 1 to play the game because an Ultra Ball turns into a supporter now when you have Meowth. But then at the end of the game, your opponent will Meowth for a bosses to knock out the Meowth for game. So in order to play the game, you have to put Meowth into play. But in order to lose the game, they will knock out your Meowth. So it was way back when we had Guzma. It was Tapu Lele for Guzma for game. It happened all the time. It's just, if you want to be able to play the game, you have to have Meowth in your hand, right? Like, look at my hand right now. Imagine Lilies and Morty were not there. It was just Clefairy, Ultra Ball, Super Rod Energy. This turns into a supporter, right? By having a card like Meowth, it guarantees that you can play the game at any point. Why are they still here? They still happen to be here, and I'm not sure why. So let's go, I guess Morty's away the Ultra Ball. I don't know. They're not really doing a whole lot. I'm just using Photon Kinesis. When's the last time somebody used Photon Kinesis 4 times in a game? When you're Myrtle, are you from Myrtle Beach or something? Because only a boomer would say something like that. Myrtle, that's just gross, Myrtle. You shouldn't do that, Myrtle. We don't appreciate that here in Canada. We have something called manners and a modicum of kindness. We don't do that weird stuff you do over in Myrtle Beach with all the other old people. Myrtle. My, Myrtle. And Legend Killer. We're killing some legends. I mean, can I get the Mewtwo sweep? If I get a prime, actually, if I get a switch or something, we can maybe do it. We can get the Mewtwo sweep. It's unlikely, but maybe we can do it. So, I warned all of you. I said, we are going to be playing the worst version of this deck, and you still decided, hey, let's do it. All right, wait, 6 is a knockout, right? I think so. I'm not doing the math. Math is for nerds. Also, we'll be fine. If I get an area 0, we're fine. Is this a knockout? Is 6 a knockout? Oh, we're 20 short. Okay, so let's go. I guess probably actually not Ino. I should probably Lilies, but let's give them a chance. They haven't taken a single prize. Let's give them a chancey here. Okay. Well, the reason that I went up with Azumarill is because now they can't Hawlucha and then knock it out. They would have to go Countercatcher, Hawlucha, Countercatcher if they want to knock it out. Or if they had Monkey Dory, I guess they could also do it. And also, I guess I could have flopped it. I could have attached and flopped. But, you know, I usually have trouble with things that are floppy, so I wanted to avoid that. Okay. They need to put a damage counter on my Azumarill. I can confidently say that I have no idea what their list is. Like, I guess they're testing a post-rotation build because they have petrol. But Crispin, unless you're Lindsey Vaughn, too soon, probably, yes, I know, but she shouldn't have been competing. Let's be real. All right, well, too soon. But she shouldn't have been oh my god. She should not have been competing. I mean, there was such a huge chance. And then we finally get Prime Catcher in Area 0 and everything. You know, you tear your ACL before the Olympics, you don't continue the oh my god. Oh my god, I feel so bad for Master League because I prized all of my Azumarill and I still won. I took 4 prizes with Mewtwo. Yeah, last prize. Oh, this is the game, by the way. All right, so the worst version of the deck is the one with Energy Sticker. And it only has 3 Marill, and I have okay, let's take one more look at this list just to be sure. We have all the things we want to go first, I think. So yeah, we're gonna try to go first. Everyone who voted no, you're about to get a bunch of channel points. This looks cursed? Well, yeah, obviously. And Hunter, because I was the one, if you go back a long time ago, I put Energy Sticker on my top 10 151 list. To be fair, 151 kind of sucked. I'd give it a 6 or a 7. I'm going first? Oh, I'm not going first. Got all the damn kids. All you gotta... Okay, this is a start right here. Notice how I play 12 energy and we have 0 in our starting hand? Did anyone else notice that we have 12 energy in the deck and 0 in the starting hand, and this is a discard focused deck? Oh man, this game is great. But I mean, I got to 10 wins in 3 hours with Azumarill. And like, yeah, some of them were cheapy wins, but some of the games were just like, hey, Psychic is awesome. Okay, so the problem here, unfortunately, is that they could literally just go turn 2, knockout Pheasantipity with Zoroark Zekrom. And Legend Killer, I know, but hey, it gets the kids. What ace spec do I recommend? Maximum Belt. Either Maximum Belt or Hero's Cape. All right, so Nest Ball, we want to go Squawkabilly. Did I prize both of my Terapagos? Okay, well, we prized both Terapagos. So I have some bad news, everybody. You might want to cover your ears if you voted for me to win this one. I got some bad news. We may have prized all of the cards that we need. So yeah, that's we can, but this is where the energy sticker comes in. All right, so we go 1, 2, Get rid of all that. And then we go for a Marill. We're going to have to hide. We're going to have to be like Ashley in Resident Evil 4. And then we have to hide. We don't have to Jekyll. All right, then we go energy sticker. Doesn't really matter. Thanks, energy sticker. You're my real pal here. And then we go Squawkabilly. And then hide has to work. All right, well, that was kind of useless. Okay, so we have a playable hand next turn. It would be really cool if this was a heads. Thank you. All right, they don't have a Darumaka, so that's really good. They can't really do anything. We have Prime Catcher, but this guy is useless. Because we prized all of our Terapagos, this is useless. And, you know, I thought my deck building was going to cost me this game. I didn't think it was going to be PDCGL. And Space Cat, well, have you watched my original video about Mega Lucario? You never want to have more than one Mega Lucario in play unless they have 1 or 2 prizes left. So the ideal scenario is that you have, yeah, there's the, there's the thing, is that you get your Mega Lucario up front first, and then you Aura Jab. You Aura Jab 3 energy onto your Harry Mama. You attack with Harry Mama or Solrock. You take knockouts on people on the bench. And then once they've knocked out your Mega Lucario and they've knocked out a Solrock or a Harry Mama, that's when you come in with another Mega Lucario, this one with Mega Brave. So if you ever have 2 Mega Lucario on the field at the same time, you better be... Oh, they're using Night Joker. Oh, they're using Shred. That's right. They're using Shred. I forgot about Shred. You put them on Cornerstone? Well, then if you're putting them on Cornerstone, then you shouldn't be losing. Because if you're putting Cornerstone into play, then you should only be facing against, you know, good decks. All right, energy sticker is going to work because I'm that guy. Energy sticker never works. Why do I continue to play energy sticker when it never works? Okay, here we go. We need this energy sticker if we want to win, everybody. We literally have to flip heads on this. Oh, no, we don't. I don't think I have anything left to get, so we'll just... Azumarill. They do knock me out if they have a Binding Mochi, which is concerning. And then, yeah, we'll put the experience share there. We're going to go energy sticker. Can we please not go 0 for 3? Thank you. We're still going to lose because, you know, we don't have it like that. But, you know, we can almost pretend like we can play the game. I think all it would have taken was 1 more. Yeah, 1 more and they get knocked out between turns due to poison. So if we'd flipped heads on one of those 2 energy stickers, we would have gotten it. Or if we hadn't prized Terapagos, we could have used a Glass Trumpet. You know, a Glass Trumpet could have saved us too. All right, so it looks like they're using Darmanitan. Well, they also need the, they need Binding Mochi. And Megan, damn it, Megan, I told you, I explicitly DM'd you on Discord to make sure that they are chafed. You're my good luck charm. That's my good luck charm. Clan Burglar, I said it was terrible before this came out. Then when they announced this, I said, yes, Zoroark is good. I also said, you know, okay, to be fair, oh, that's fine. Go ahead, knock anybody out. Okay, but don't knock out the Fez. That's kind of mean. But I was thinking about this. Yes, I've been wrong about decks in the past. But you look at, like, Sunday morning pundits about, like, you know, voting on who's going to win the game. You look at, like, their win-loss ratio. Like, there's people who go the full season picking games and 4 wins and 14 losses. I don't think there's anyone left, right? Yeah, there would be someone left, but we don't have them. All right, so let's go. I mean, I guess we attach to the Marill and the Clefairy. But yes, to get back to my point, what I was trying to say is that you look at the so-called experts they'll have like a 220% win rate. I'd say based on my math, I have like an 80% success rate. We still didn't get a freaking Terapagos. We still did not get a freaking Terapagos. I have about an 80% success rate when it comes to predicting which decks are good and which decks are bad. Where if you look at like sports, chat said slot 2. I wasn't paying it. I was on a rant, Megan, okay? When I get into a rant, when I get into your groove, you can't interrupt me, okay? They got the mochi. Okay, so they got the mochi. That's GG. We lose. If I'd saved the nest ball, we could have got the Pheasantipity, but then they would have just, taken one prize and won. Prizing the Terapagos cost us this game. But that's what I was saying. It's like, yes, I've been wrong, but like an 80 to 90% success rate is really good when you look at people who choose, winners in sports ball. They don't know what they're doing. They're not a fart smeller. All right, I don't think I have any way to do anything this turn. But if we get like a research, then I can super rod the Azumarill back in and then not get it. Yep, that would have been cool to use right here. Okay, well, let's, yep, Lily's Clefairy, and then they just use the Darmanitan and snipe me on the bench, and that's fun. Hey, I was the one who didn't want to do a prediction. You're the ones who wanted the prediction. Oh, press 1 if you want a prediction. Oh, I want a prediction, pilot. Oh, predict me all over. Oh, I want to see your prediction. Though, again, to be fair, we did prize both Terapagos. I don't know why they're just not using the Darmanitan. Do they know that they just got it? All right, so we'll raid Sunny. So I will upload the Azumarill video tomorrow. I have a short going up tomorrow, too. An exclusive short that is kind of like a rant in short form. And I will... Okay, you could have just Darmanitan. Okay, you could have just Darmanitan. 1,000 paid subs. 1,000 paid subs every day, Rio. And Joko, it's not... I've been talking about it for months that it gets better with Zekrom. It is a competitively viable deck now. So tomorrow I will test Electros. That is the deck. I guess my backup is... Oh, God. Oh, no. Is this my backup? Because I have actually been playing it and testing it? No, I refuse. I refuse. That is not the backup. We're raiding Sunny. Hopefully, when he says his drops are on, he's dropping his pants. All right, so I'm not going to... Oh, he's playing Dragonite? Ew. So the raid message is ew with 1 W. Or you can say it's either ew or Dragonite ew. I won't be there to see it, but I trust that you'll do it. Just ew.